friends, what have you learned? I was programmed to beat you.
Testing 1 2, testing 1 2 1 2. Hello, people. How's it going, friends? Thank you for that 5x5 there, Marion Harris. Thank you, Silva Killer Maple Leaf. What's up, Grumpy? Grumpy Old Studios is in the house, friends. Welcome, Grumpy. And Bats 100 by 100. Thank you, friends. I will be with you momentarily. Can't wait.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna light it up. Tonight, we're gonna light it up. Tonight, we're gonna light it up. Just like the sunrise, we're gonna light it up. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we're gonna light it up. Tonight, we're gonna light it up. Tonight, we're gonna light it up. Just like the sunrise, we're gonna light it up.
I think this is a great opportunity for the Pilot Club to meet flight sim enthusiasts, to network with other developers and communities, and to promote the hobby of flight simulation.
The atmosphere is absolutely electric. Love it. If you're a beginner, if you're an expert, if you're trying to meet new people, if you want to get your hands on some pretty awesome hardware, this is the place to be. I could not recommend this enough to everyone else. This is just an awesome opportunity to hang out.
It gets together our entire hobby, everyone interested, everything from fixed wing, helicopter, virtual reality, everything in between. It brings us all to one place to collaborate on ideas and bring us all together.
It is a great opportunity if you are a serious flight simmer to meet the developers, to meet the flight sim communities, to see the new products that are coming out, to actually test them, to connect and enhance and continue this great hobby of flight simulation.
Every year we're getting bigger and bigger. There are more and more vendors here, more sim experiences to be a part of.
And can you believe it, friends? We are like, what, 6 weeks and 1 day from Flight Sim Expo. Welcome, everybody. It's good to see you all. Give yourselves a hand. Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Wednesday night. We've made it to Hump Day, my friends. Can you believe it? Can you believe it, Silver? Can you believe it, Captain Red Sky? We are like... We're making it. We're making it. But friends, good to be back with you. I can see you're already engaged in chat. I got to tell you something, AB Gamer Boy. I like it. Welcome, AB Gamer Boy. It's good to see you. Captain Red Sky, Marion Harris, a.k.a. Chippa Sneeze. We got Silver Mother... Well, you all know the rest. What's up, Silver? We got Grumpy Old Studios. I don't want to hear about it. I'll be working a NASCAR race about 3 hours away from the expo. Really, Grumpy? But working a NASCAR race sounds kind of cool. Like to learn more about that, Grumpy. Welcome to the live stream, Grumpy. Mrs. Captain Howdy's in the house? Or is it Captain Howdy using Mrs. Captain Howdy's account? I don't know. But welcome, Mrs. Captain Howdy, CP6565. Asked over. I imagine that's where it must be. Bats! What's up, Bats? Give it up to Bats, friends. Who else is in the house? We got cool videos from a cool guy in here. Welcome, cool guy. It's good to see you, my friend. And Delgam, what's up? Let's give it up for Delgam and chat, friends. Welcome, Del. Are you going to fly with us tonight, Del? Or are you busy working? I saw you in the sim there, Silva Killa. We're packed in here. Look at you. Look at all of you. You can see you. Look at all of you right there. Pretty maids in a row. We've got Chipper Sneeze. We got Delgam. Yeah, you are in there, Del. We got Delgam. We got TJ Turner. We've got, and Tashi, I'm sorry, you've got the 777-200. And you know what? I haven't, and I realized when I saw you in there, I installed it for 2024, but I didn't install it for 2020. I know. Damn it. I would have, I think you told me you were flying the 777, and I just didn't even think about it until I saw the different C-17 livery. But you know what? Here's the thing. You're going to make Bats happy because you know how much he loves that. But good to see you, Tashi Draco. Bob Smith in the house. Good to see you, Bob Smith. AB Gamer says you're playing 2020 or 2024. We are in 2020, AB Gamer. We are in 2020, my friend. And Maple Leaf. What's up, Maple? Don't want to forget you, Maple. Maple Leaf. So close to beating Buckle Bunny in the top hours. Look at that. Top hours. Somebody drop in an exclamation top hours, and we're going to be certain that I have a feeling you might take her tonight there, Maple. Maybe. But, you know, she might just hop in last minute to stomp on your dreams. Rain on your parade, as they say. But good to see you, Maple Leaf. Good to see you. Captain Howdy in here. Welcome, Captain Howdy. And Captain Howdy, are you not flying with us tonight? Like, seriously? I finally get the 7. Well, we'll get into that. But Captain Howdy, are you in here? Maybe I'm missing you. You've got to be in here. Like, I pick up the iFLY, right? Oh, you are. Okay, you're loading in. I was gonna say. Good to see you, Captain Howdy. And Bedrock. Let's give it up to Bedrock. Bedrock was in chat. He's also in Sim. Good to see you in there, Bedrock. And Bats in there. Pilot Rick, what is up, my friend? Pilot Rick tying the knot. Pilot Rick tying the knot coming up here. Can't wait to see you and Mrs. Pilot Rick, or soon to be, rather, Mrs. Pilot Rick, soon to be, at Flight Sim Expo. 6 weeks. Can you believe only 6 weeks? I feel like I'm not even ready yet. How about you guys? Are you ready, old golfer? I know I'm going to see you there. Welcome, old golfer 67. It's going to be good to get back with all of you. Johnny, mind if he comes in here later? Oh, yes, Pilot Rick. Orange Whips all the way, my friend. And all the rest of you, if I missed you, and all of you that haven't been in chat, but you are here to watch, welcome to the live stream. We are happy to see you. We are the SimFan family, and we are so glad to see you. So thank you for joining us. Hold on, let me adjust something that'll drive me nuts. Had that bit of a gap there. I must have bumped my webcam. That's what you call it, right? Webcam. That's what it is. Yeah. Anyway, good to see you all. And again, welcome to the SimFan family and the crew and the SimFans. And SimFanatic, your host for tonight's Insanity. And I'll try to get you all back in your chairs in one piece. All right? That's my pledge to you, although I can't say because I've only flown this one time and landed at one time, although my landing wasn't too bad in this. So let's talk about the live stream tonight, huh? What do you think there, Grumpy? We talk about the flight. So tonight, pleased to announce for the first time ever on this channel, it's been out for a while, we are flying the iFLY Boeing 737 MAX, and you can all thank Captain Howdy and all of you that have donated. I used those dollars to put into this plane and, pick this up to highlight for all of you. Talk about the differences, the things I like between the PMDG 737 and this aircraft. And we're going to have to be doing a giveaway here. I got to get on that. We're going to do a giveaway of some sort here soon. Maybe this weekend. I got to make sure I don't have my son's swim meet. Can't remember if he has a swim meet this weekend or next weekend or whatever. I do have a couple hardware pieces I'll be doing giveaways for soon. Include the T1600M from Thrustmaster, as well as cue applause. Yes, friends. Cockpit Master, the MCP, the 737 MCP. It's a $600 piece of hardware they sent me, and courtesy to them. And so that will come later, probably later this year, but definitely plan on giving that away to one of you lucky winners. Anyway, so let's talk about the flight tonight. For this flight, we'll be flying a scenic route from LPPR, that's Porto Airport. And Shane is live right now. Shane's live right now? Where's that bugger? That cheeky bugger. By the way, we're going to do a joint live stream with Shane, I think on the 28th of this month. So mark your calendars now. I think that's Maple. Is it 28th? I can't remember. I'll get back to that. I think it would be. It'd be the 28th because it's 2 weeks from now. And we decided on Wednesday night. So yeah, we'll definitely be doing a joint live stream. We figured it out. I think we're going to be doing the newly released or updated Piper from Just Flight and do that. So we did that flight just recently on Saturday with the new plane. So like it a lot. We've got Silver Mother Hiller dropping in a $20 dono. Dude, he said, let's get this party started. Blue skies, friends. Give it up to Silver Killer Silver. Dropping a dang hammer, $20 dono all right out of the gate, man. Thank you so much.
Blue skies, friends.
I had to let Bitching Betty talk about your dono there. Thank you so much, Silver Killer. You're too kind, my friend. Thank you, my pal, my buddy. I just realized I forgot to turn on this light. Is this better? Yeah, there we go. Lights are out. Silver Killer, let's give him some love. Some of you are already giving Silver Killer some love in chat, and I love you for it. Recognizing our good friends that do support the channel along with all the rest of you. But Silver Killer, let me drop in some orange whips for you. Are we ready to do some orange whips? Silver, you're usually all about the hospitality when we get together at Flight Sim Expo. You grab some awesome, what was it, vodka? It's like a blue vodka. I arrive at Vegas for Flight Sim Expo 2024, and this guy lays it on us, right? He's got the delicious, what did you call that vodka, Silver? I don't remember the name of it, but it was so smooth. So smooth, my friend. Thank you again for that $20 dono. And we got another dono from Grumpy Old Studios. Let's give it up to Grumpy. Grumpy, thank you so much. Thank you, sir, for that $1 dono. Appreciate it, Grumpy. And I apologize, Grumpy. I don't get over. Every once in a while I get over to your channel and drop a few comments, but I haven't been good about getting to those regularly. But I do get over there from time to time. And Silver Killer or somebody, would you please drop in a link to Grumpy Old Studios YouTube channel? Again, thank you for that $1 dono, Grumpy. And this is to you, my friend, as well. Thank you, sir. Spreading the poop. Well, here, this is to Silver Killer first for that $20 dono, and this is to you, Grumpy, for the $1 dono, and hell, I'll even throw in an STD for you, old Grumpy. There you go, just for you, buddy. Of course, that stands for standard pressure. Jeez, everybody's got just a mind that goes there sometimes. I tell ya, I try to take you all somewhere, and you go a different place, right? Uh-huh. All right. Thank you guys again for that support. So for this flight, again, we're flying the scenic route from LPPR Porto Airport, and I am using payware scenery here, and this is into LIMJ, Genoa, Cristoforo, I'm going to mess this up, Colombo Airport, both using beautiful payware scenery that brings these airports to life, as we can see, and they run pretty damn good. And Bats, thank you, buddy. 1 year? It's been 1 year already.
1 year, baby. But don't forget, LRM.
Oh, yeah! Thank you. I would have forgot. Dude, I flew a flight last night, and I didn't have you here, and I completely forgot. Thank you for... Jeez, you know what? You can never teach an old dog new tricks. We got Fluid Mercury making his way over here. Good to see you. Thank you for that 1 year membership, my friend. Thank you for the support. Y'all so kind. Appreciate it, buddy. I might get through the script at some point. So tonight we'll also showcase the WINWING PAP3. Let's go ahead and show it right now. I've got the PAP3 right there. Is that showing up? Here, don't have it turned on yet because we don't have the cockpit powered on, but the this aircraft is compatible with PAP3 and PFP. Speaking of PFP, that is right there. So we got the PFP, and we also have the WINWING Orion pedals with the damper kit, and so we will be highlighting all of those. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and turn on the... You can see them right over there. Right over there. We got the little miniature... cameras there, or windows of the cameras there, rather. But friends, we will be highlighting those. Old Golfer says we only go where our leader takes us. And there you go, buddy. God, now boy, the pressure's on, Old Golfer. I'm telling you, the pressure's on. Okay, I got to get myself all situated here and get ready. I'm wearing I've been wearing this shirt. Can you even tell this is a heartbeat with a airplane? Probably not, because my microphone's in the way. I digress. Anyway, so that's the plan, and we're also going to be using the Orion rudder pedals, as I mentioned. And for the Honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant, I don't have a camera set on it, but we are using the ProDesSim add-on. You can get 15% off if you go to the link or type in !ProDesSim. Do check it out. They make good stuff. You're going to have to wait for it, unfortunately. That's the only major problem I have with it, is that when you order, you're going to wait for a while. But they will eventually get it to you. And they've had some quality issues, but I think they've fixed those in terms of like the speed brake popping off when you pull it up and stuff like that. So, but so far I've had good luck with the new ones that they put out, and they sent me a new one without charging me or anything. So anyway, but I'm using that, and I am very, very happy with the ProDesSim stuff, especially the Airbus. You guys have seen me do the Airbus. They got the A319 through A321. Yeah, that's a good one, friends. You can't go wrong. So before we start out, let's go ahead and do a little flyby, because I kind of changed it up today or tonight. So here, I got to get a screenshot of you. So I see you, Tashi, and you're C17, aka B772. Chippa Sneeze, you're in that livery. You know I just love that American livery. He gets me with that every time. I don't know if you're actually picking that every time or what, but we also got, who's Young Bopper? Young Bopper. Anyone want to guess what reference that is? It's an old band, by the way. Delgam 88 over there, and I don't know if these liveries are correct. We got Bedrock, Silver Killer, Pilot Rig. Good to see you guys. And we got the terminal full with aircraft, and I like it a lot. I like it a lot, friends. TJ Turner says I'm in the Tap Portugal livery, but you didn't download it. Oh yeah, I need to download it. That was the other thing I meant to do, TJ. I meant to download all the liveries, because I figured there was quite a few of you, and there's not a ton of iFLY liveries. I was just going to download all of them so that no matter what you guys choose, Failed again. I know. Can't take me anywhere. But TJ, I'll try to remember to download all of them next time. But let's go ahead and first, before we start, now you all probably have seen this aircraft a million times. But let's get over here and take a look. Oh, no. I knew I shouldn't have done that. When I do that thing and it kills my frame gen, and look, I got to go in here and it does that stutter thing. And I found that if I move too quickly, something happens with it, and now I've got that problem. So now, and I'm not going to reload this, so you might just live with it. Damn it. I hate that. So frame generation, if I turn that off and apply, it used to be when I had my 33,000 series card, it would be better, but now I try to reset it, and I can't get frame gen to go back and enabled, and I should have thought of that before. You know what? I might just reload this because it won't take that long. But if it does this again, I'm just going to reload really quick. You all good with that? I'm not. See, look at that jitter. It doesn't work now. So now what I got to do is I got to freaking go outside. So I'm just going to do it because it's not too late. It doesn't take long to reload this, and I'd just rather have the frame gen stuff going. But I used to be able to reset it by just turning the frame gen off and then turning it back on, saving and then coming back in. Now, since the new 4000, or maybe it's a Windows 11 thing, but it doesn't work now like that. So anyway, we'll just exit out of here and load back in, and I'll try to be careful and not having the jitteries come back. And I think it's a combination of the add-on scenery and all the aircraft. It's this thing that happens. I actually, and I know it's not my computer because I have a new build. I had it on my old one, and we even had it with the FS Expo. What was it? The Corsair. You guys remember that? Delt and Pilot Rick and Silver Killer. So it's not my computer. I've seen that on multiple computers with frame gen. This is why 2024 is better. Absolutely, Maple. Never have that problem with 2024. And you're absolutely right. 2024. That's why I prefer, like, some, I think Oz Flight Simmer now is only doing 2024. I think he told me. All right, we'll see you right back here, Silver Killer. But that's why I don't do 2024 anymore. Or why I don't do 2024 anymore. That's why I think Oz Flight Simmer's like done with 2020, and he's only doing 2024. And, to avoid those performance issues. Because let's face it, 2024 is better when it comes to performance. But you don't have this shenanigans stuff here. But we'll get it loaded back up here, and then I'll just hop into the airplane, and we will get started. Here we go. Hopefully it fixed it. Yeah, it fixed it. Because I'm not gonna jump. Nope, it didn't. You gotta be shitting me. No, that was worth nothing. Okay. God dang it. I'm not gonna reload. That is so fudging annoying though, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. Well, we're just gonna go ahead and turn the stupid frame generation stuff off, and I'll quit dicking with that. It's so disappointing when that happens, though. It's so annoying. Okay, let me go to general. I'll be fine. Just had to have a moment there. So frame generation. I wonder if I change it to performance. Will that? I won't fix it. Let's just face it. No, it's not going to fix it. It's still there. Stupid. All right. I'll try one more thing. DLSS. If I go to TAA, do you think this will work? Think this will work, guys? Nope. 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 Not at all. Jeez, how freaking annoying. All right, we're gonna just live with the reduced frame rates. By the way, this aircraft actually does perform better than the PMDG. You wouldn't believe it looking at this right now, but it does actually perform better because I was testing it out last night, and I am very happy with the performance of it. Let's just go ahead and turn that off. And we'll just have to deal with the reduced frame rates and live with it. Okay, so anyway, so here you can see in the cockpit here, the displays just like you would find in the real 737 MAX8 aircraft that we're in right now. The displays are bigger than like your typical PMDG. It's got this wonderful EFB on the side here, and that looks, we'll get into that here. I do like that. The other thing is you can like lift and reduce those individually where PMDG you can't. That's not a real big thing, but you can leave that one higher. When you click on that spot, PMDG 737 does lower it all the way. Again, it does work with it. We'll check that out here in a minute with the PAP3 and the PFP. We'll go up here. Very much similar, very much the same. In fact, I can use the 730. I can use JD's PMDG's or JD's 737 checklist, and I can follow right along with that. Now, there are some differences we'll talk about when we're programming the flight management computer. We are doing cold and dark. We are doing the flight's rather long. It's about a 2-hour flight, so we better get into it. But first off, Looks like the default 2024. That's good to know, TJ. So let's go ahead and power this thing on, just like we would with the 737NG. Now, this actually has a little cover. Click on. And as you notice, you'll notice that our PAP3, our autopilot, is already displayed and is working and is on. As you can see, it'll actually basically copy or mimic this here, if you can see that. So as you can see, the panel is reflective of what's happening there with that. Of course, we'll get back to that. So first things first, just like our 737, oops, what did I just do? We want to go ahead and turn off the master caution, so we'll go ahead and turn that off. Next thing we want to do is adjust interior lights. We don't need to worry about that. Ground power, we're going to go ahead and connect. What we're going to do is, get this, right out of the chute, right out of the box, better EFB tablet, I would say, than the PMDG. Right out of the gate, no surprise there, right? PMDG, in my opinion, my humble opinion, still lacking on the tablet. But what we're going to do is we're going to go down to the system page. We're going to click on that, Maple. Looks like the same as 22. Oh, you already mentioned that. And then we're going to go to Sim menu. And then here we're going to get to our pushback and ground support. I'm going to talk about the pushback. It actually works within this plane in the tablet. They actually have pushback. Why does it take PMDG so long? This is not going to be a rip on PMDG stream, I promise you. But there's just some things where you got to wonder why. But we're going to go ahead and do connect on electric. And notice you also have pneumatic, air conditioning, fuel, vacuum, lavatory services, all that. I'm going to assume a lot of you have already seen this, so I'm not going to go through everything here. But I just want to cover some of these things. The chock, I do like this. It's not just like all chocks on or all chocks off. You can actually take the nose chock off. If I do that and hit set, I can go outside here and we can see that the nose chocks have been removed. But yet, if we look at our main landing gear, here, you can tell that they are still there. So that's kind of cool. I like that. And so I'm going to put the nose gear chock back on. And so that's all we got to do there. And that's arguing because we don't have external power going. So that's why we're getting that alert. So we'll go ahead and turn that on. There we go. We got power and we can say it's alive. It's alive. Okay. Sorry about that. There we go. We can go ahead and turn that caution off. I'm going to go back to my checklist. Brett plays in here. Did Brett join us? Alitalia. Okay, Del. That's cool. That's good to know. All right, so next thing we got to turn on the emergency lights. Now, you don't click on this spot like on the PMDG. You click on the actual switch right there, and then the cover automatically goes over. You don't actually click the cover to make it go over. And then you're going to hear the sounds here. Listen. Now, one of the things I will mention about the sounds, now obviously this is all configurable within the menu of Microsoft Flight Simulator. You can adjust the sounds. Sounds are definitely by default louder than the PMDG. You can hear a lot of things come through a lot clearer, like we could hear the passenger bell light. Now, some could argue that that's not as realistic. It's about a perspective of the, do you want to feel, more immersion? Do you want more of the lifelike and that sort of thing? And people could argue what's more realistic. But that's one thing I noticed is the sounds are awesome in this. They are a bit loud. You could tweak those down if you want. But out of the box, they are pretty loud. But I'm fine with that, especially when you hear them. They're really good. So I think they probably just wanted, iFLY just wants to emphasize how good their sounds are. So anyway, we got the seatbelts. We aren't going to worry about the wheel well logo or wing light, set fuel and payload. One of the things I didn't do is check. Usually I check the checklist within the game or within the sim, and it does have these. Let's see. Does it have click points? I do like the see that. Actually, this is the first time I actually tried checking this. Doesn't look like it takes you right to the site, but it does have a pretty involved checklist, as you can see here. It's quite distinguished and long. We're going to leave it at that. So let's see. Let's go next to... Okay, so we've got that set. Now we're going to do the fuel and payload. We're going to come back to that, but we want to get the recirculating fans going. Now, one of the things I noticed with 2020 is if I click on this with my left mouse button, it doesn't do anything. And I don't get the little arrow going up and down like I do with PMDG. You actually have to use your scroll wheel to scroll these buttons up. Now, if you want them to just go down, you can do the scroll wheel down or up, or you can just click your left mouse button. But the clicking will only make these switches go down. Just for reference, just something, I'm just pointing out things that I've noticed that are different. So the packs and recirculating fan, we got to go ahead and do the You got to use your scroll wheel on your mouse to get the nav or your IRS still aligned. You can adjust that as well in terms of the alignment, or how long it takes to actually do the alignment, rather. So that is adjustable within the tablet. You can adjust that. I'm not going to go through that right now because as long as it takes me to get through checklists, as you all know, the IRS is going to be completely aligned, right? So now we get to do the FMC stuff. So let's go ahead and switch down here, and then I'm going to show you. I'm going to go to the side here so you can see it as I switch over to the, nope, not the rudder, our PFP, excuse me, PFP. So we're going to go FMC. There's one bug within the WINWING app software when it relates to the, okay, let's see here. There we go. I hit something over it. Okay, so I'm going to get into what the one bug is. It could kind of mess you up as you're trying to go through and like, what's going on? I'm going to talk about that in a minute. There's only one bug I found so far. With the PFP and the iFLY aircraft. I'll get that in a moment. But we're going to go to position initialization. We're going to type in LPPR. We're going to go to L2. And then R2, D2. No, I mean R2. And what's that? R4. So we can set our IRS. So we got that set. And then you can see we're good on the AIRAC cycle because we got May 15th through the 25th. Next thing we're going to do is go to route. Now, here's where it can get a little fun, if you will. This does actually sync up with SimBrief, so you can do SimBrief. I want to talk about another difference is the Navigraph. Those of you that have the airport charts, it's a little different in the iFLY 737, and there's something you need to do to make it work that's beyond just signing into your SimBrief ID. I'll talk about that once we get up in the air. So some of these things I'm just going to, in the essence of time, wait until we're in the air. But anyway, so I'm going to go to RSK3, flight plan request. You're going to notice that it grays in there just similar to the PMDG. And you got to wait for it. And once it's ready to load, it's going to come up. So now it says ready to load. So we go ahead and do R3 again to load it. Now it's going to say loading, and we're going to have to activate and execute here in a moment. Hopefully everybody can see this, right? You can see it? Oh, yes. Okay. I'll move over a little bit more because you can still see it. Perfect. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do... Oh, look at that. Maple. Somebody take a screenshot. Maple just overtook Bunny for the first time, is in the lead. Let's give it up to Maple. You better do a screenshot of that, Maple, so you can prove it. All right, so we're going to go to activate, and we're going to go to execute. Okay, now that's all normal up to this point. Actually, we could do a flight number. Anybody want to guess what the ICAO code is for TUI fly? Yep, you guess it. It's TUI. I'm going to say TUI 542. And we're going to go ahead and do that in let's see, is that R3? R2. At this angle, it's kind of hard to tell. So I got that in there, which is nice. Now, normally what we do here is we'd go ahead and say, okay, what is our legs? Okay. We're not going to worry about discontinuities, but here's the change up here. This is the thing that threw me off a bit because I was wanting to do everything with the WINWING. Now, I know not everybody has WINWING. That's fine. But some may come in here and are kind of interested in the PFP. So one of the things I noticed, if I hit the next thing you do is a departure arrival button like I'm showing right here. And when I press this, watch what happens. Nothing. Nothing. What I get are 3 boxes down here, and I get nothing. I don't get that. Before I was like, well, what the hell is going on with this? And I try a bunch of things, and nothing would work. So key is, right now, and I got to report this to my contact at WINWING. I'm sure it'd take them like a 5-minute fix, if that. Just use your virtual cockpit and your FMC to get past this. So just hit departure arrival, and then you can go back to using your PAP or your PFP. You don't want to know. I spent like 10, 15 minutes trying to figure out what the hell was going on, and then I'm like, you know what? I'll just try it within the cockpit. I tried it, and it's like, oh, it works. So we're going to go departure up here, and the departure information I'll put in the route right below. I don't know if you can see that because nope, you can see that. So we're going to be taking the 3-5 departure. And our SID, standard instrument departure, is... Because I don't have that below. If anybody types in !FP in chat, it'll show you the whole flight plan. I got it in there. But in the meantime, looks like we got BELDU 9E. So we're going to go ahead and next page. Oh, I didn't have to do that. So LS2, and then we're going to execute that. I do like that there's a specific execute button for it. Now, if I try to do departure arrival again, it goes back to this. So you got to use the departure arrival button here in your virtual cockpit and then go back. So I'm sure WinWing will get that fixed. That's the only quirk so far I've noticed. I don't know if anyone else noticed that it has the WinWing, but that's one little quirk. Not a big deal, but it's good to know nonetheless, so you don't waste 15 minutes or more trying to figure out what the hell's going on, why isn't it working. Okay, so we are going to be landing on runway 10, so we're going to do the RNAV approach on 10. Bob Smith, yours works fine. Are you in 2020? Hey, Johnny Mon, dropping in the $10 dono. Thank you, Johnny. You are a gentleman in the scala.
People, inquiring minds want to know, what prompted you to finally give the MAX a go?
Great question, Johnny. Hey, by the way, everybody give Johnny Mon some love in chat. Johnny, thank you for dropping in the $10 dono. I appreciate it, buddy. Here's some orange webs. We're going to be having those together here at FS Expo. Yeah, Johnny, so actually, Captain Howdy, we made a deal. He actually lessened the deal. He said, Symphonetic, the original deal was, get the A350 and the MAX8, and I will get Call of Duty. And so finally, what was it, Captain Howdy, last Friday, or was it Wednesday? I can't remember. But within the last week, I said, well, how about this? I'll get the MAX8 because, you know, I only have so much time. I'll get the MAX8 and you get Call of Duty. And then I'll look at getting the A350. So that's where it was. So I finally did take the plunge and purchase the aircraft so we could highlight it and the differences today with the PMDG. So great question, Johnny. Again, thank you for the $10 dono, my friend. Thank you so much. And thank you all from the chat for giving him a shout out. Okay, so we are doing the standard arrival. I got to get to my checklist, guys and gals, if there's any gals out there. Is there any gals out there? Maple's hoping not, because that means Bunny might be there. And all right, so we're going to do the, RNAV A10. Okay, so we're going to go to that R5. RNAVA. And then our standard arrival is going to be test O2P. You have to do a lot of screens over, but there we go. We got the LSK1. And depends, Maple, how late it is. It is Wednesday, after all, and you've got bedtime because you got school tomorrow. And I've got work tomorrow. We're going to ignore the transition, so I'm going to go ahead and hit execute. I don't think I need to do the transition. Let me double check that. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and ignore that. We're going to hit execute. Now we can go to legs. And let's go ahead and look for any discos. And I can't remember if there are any. I'm trying to remember. We are flying, there we are. So we got to do MJ812 and overwrite that then. So we'll go there, get that scratch pad and plug it in, then hit execute. All right, and then that looks better. Okay, so now next thing's next. We're going to go ahead and jump up here and switch this to plan. You got to hit that, and then you got to use your scroll wheel again. I don't know, the scroll wheel's fine. Wonder if my right mouse button works on it. Nope, doesn't. So you got to use your scroll to go right. Okay, anyway, so there's our flight plan, and we want to go ahead and step through this virtually. So we're just going to use our step button, RSK6, and just make sure that's looking right. And what this is going to do is the RNAV is actually at an angled approach, so it's not going to actually take us and align us directly with the runway. So what you're going to see here is we're going to overfly. We got to clear some mountains. So once we clear the mountains, and there's the airport right there. So, but we're not done. We're not landing there. So we got another few waypoints, 403, Ecolas, MJ12. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this angled approach. So right there it drops off. So that's the last one, right, before we go to go around. And if I zoom out a little bit here, you're going to see why. Here's our runway. So basically we have to have a visual and then to come in on this and intercept it and then land. We'll hand fly it, and hopefully we'll have good weather tonight so we can land that in and be okay. So that all looks good. So we can go ahead and go back up here and go back to map. Cool videos from a cool guy says we have not flown Texans yet. Then we haven't flown Texans. We've wait, what? You mean Texas or Texans? How do you fly Texans? All right, so we got that done. Now we got to continue on. I'm going to go through, and I'm still getting used to this plane. Okay, so I've only programmed the FMC really once. I did run through it quick, so technically twice, but really going through the whole thing from start to finish like I'm doing with all of you right now. This is honestly my second time. So, the Texas Triangle, gotcha. Bear with me. Bear with me is all I ask. Okay, so here's some differences here. Now, one of the things that I do like, well, there's immersion and not, but like those of you that are familiar with the PMDG 737, I like that SimBrief will actually put in, if you want, you can, and I was showing Captain Howdy how to do this yesterday. Captain Howdy said I should talk about that the next time I do the 737 PMDG, or talk about it here, but show, because Captain Howdy, you said you didn't realize that the PMDG 73 had it, but there's, there's a way to like load the flight plan, but then you can actually load your payload and your fuel automatically to be set exactly how your SimBrief is. This does not have that. You actually have to do more manual stuff, which you could argue is maybe more realistic. To actually have to plug it in and you have to go back. It's kind of like the old days, going back to the SimBrief charts or the SimBrief readout to put that stuff in. So let's do that right now. So what we're going to do is we are going to go back here. And so we got performance and payload. But before I do that, let me just go back to my checklist, make sure I'm not missing something, because you know me. Carlos Robo says hello again from Philadelphia, my friend. Welcome, Carlos. Everybody, welcome Carlos to the live stream. We're just checking out for the first time on the channel the iFLY 737. Carlos, do you have this plane? She's a beaut, Clark. All right, welcome, Carlos. Good to have you, buddy. All right, so let's see. So we've got the route information. Now we got to go to the performance initialization. So actually, we're not ready yet. So I'm going to go back down here, and we got to get the performance stuff plugged in. So I'm going to do that first. So we're going to go iNetRef, just like you would do. Now, this is all pretty much the same. So we got flight level 340, so that's good. We'll come back to that, and we'll program our PAP3, our autopilot. And we're going to go ahead and do the gross weight. So it will automatically throw that stuff in, okay? So I want to get that right out of the gate. That stuff will go in. We'll do 2.0 on reserves. So I'm just going to plug that in. And notice it's got our flight level. We could put our cruise wind. We could put in our, outside air temperature. If you want to be thorough and do all that, that is fine. You'll notice that it also put the cost index. You know what? I didn't check this last time. Let me see if the cost index is accurate. And it is. So it did bring in the cost. So it does bring in some stuff. It's just not the fuel and payload. Fuel and payload's a manual process. All right. So we're going to go execute there. And then we're going to go N1 limit. I think we're going to leave. They all want to leave this at takeoff and climbs. Regular takeoff climb. We'll leave that. Let's go to takeoff. And we're going to do flaps 5. And center of gravity. Now, this is something that I've noticed is like really off. So if you hit center of gravity, 644 on the trim. And what I've noticed is it's already at 644, or approximately, maybe just a hair less than that. But we can almost leave that there. And I swear the first time I did this, Captain Howdy, I don't know if you noticed this, or Deltgam, or those of you that have this version of the aircraft, I had it like very first time I set that, I heard my trim wheel auto-adjust to 644. Does it do that? Does it supposed to do that? Because I swear I heard it do that. But anyways, and then we also, just like the PMDG 737NG, we'll go ahead and click RSK 1, 2, and 3 to get the V1, VR, and V2 speeds. What that's going to do, of course, is going to put that in our tape. So when we're taking off, you can see the V1's already there at 140. That'll already be plugged in and ready. Now, one other thing, slightly different, is I like to do destination. And normally when you do destination on the PMG 737NG, if you want your winds aloft, it'll be right there. But this one you actually have to page over. So I can go next page twice, and then I get to the forecast, so I can go ahead and do LSK6, and then I can request the winds aloft here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and it's going to take a moment. Real life it shouldn't. Yeah, Maple, that's what I thought. But I swear it did, and it's been at 644 the whole time. Of course, I've been doing the same flight plan, so. All right, we're going to go ahead and do load and execute. So that's how you can get your winds aloft information in there at the different, so you got your different speeds right here. You can see 4.7 at 7 knots, and that doesn't seem like much for wind, does it? All right, we're going to go back to legs here, and I think we're done with performance. I think we're good to go on it. Let me know if I missed something, friends, but I think we're good on performance. Now we can do our weight and balance. So we got to go back to weight and balance. So I'm going to look at my sim brief, and I've done this before, and you've probably seen it 100 times. I'm not going to show my sim brief I'm looking at, but I'll tell you what it is. It does say passengers, it says payload, and it says fuel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, and we're going to go performance and payload. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go down here to weight and balance. Now, we got 4 things here. We got passengers, cargo, and fuel. I don't normally worry about putting passengers in here, but because I've got them in my sim brief readout. By the way, if you do a sim brief and it's completely free, if you haven't joined it, you should join it. There's a times and weights, and that's where you can pick this information up. Parallel 42 chase plane add-on is the bomb, so worth the 30. Bob Smith, I'm glad you love it, man. Yeah, Bob Smith, what he's talking about is this right here, and I'll agree, Bob. It is a beaut. Talked about that, so I'm glad you like it, buddy. Were you the one that posted it in our Discord server, like what I use? Were you the one that posted that, Bob, and picked it up? That's awesome. Regardless, it is. I agree. It's awesome. Okay, so can I say awesome one more time, Bob? It's awesome. All right, so anyway, passengers 139, so it wasn't you. Okay. We go down here, and this is a total, so I just go down here and type in 139. So we're going to go 139, and you're going to use this thing here. And just click somewhere outside of it, and it'll put it in. You don't have to hit enter. First time I was doing this, I'm like, where do I hit? Where's the enter key? Didn't see an enter key, but I just moved on. Next thing we're going to do, and we got a set payload over here, and we're going to get to that. We have a set fuel. We're not going to do that yet. Cargo. Cargo I have right now is 7,600 pounds. So, you can divide that up however you want, but I'm going to do 2,000 here. And what did I say? 7,600. So I'm going to do 4,600 in the back. And then set those things. So it's at 4601. We're still within takeoff, so we're good. We're right in the envelope. And then fuel. So fuel, plan trip fuel is from SimBrief. I've got 17,600 pounds. And you do need to change this. By default, it'll be in kilograms. Go figure. So I'm going to say total fuel right here, 17,600 pounds. And enter that. And then there we go. So notice we do have some fuel in the center tanks. Usually with a flight, this flight's a little bit longer than usual. Normally when we're doing our shorter flights, we don't usually have fuel in the middle tank. So we're going to have to set that. I know, 45 minutes, Maple, because we're doing this for the first time. Be patient. Okay, so we've got that set. Now, another thing we want to do is go ahead and we got zero fuel weight to 133,081. This, unlike when I was talking about the PMDG auto load everything in, it goes exactly to your zero fuel weight. Right here, I'm on zero fuel weight is actually showing me 128.5, so you can see that's off a bit. I'm honestly not going to worry about it. So we're going to say, we are going to say set fuel, and we're going to go over here and make sure our fuel's set to 17,600, and it is. And we got a little fuel in the center fuel there, tank rather. We're going to do set payload. So you can see our aircraft kind of bumped up a little bit because we're a little lighter now, and we'll do a complete. There we go. And for this, you can set this if you want. Thrust rating, takeoff, flap configuration 5, aircraft AC on or off. You can say on. Do you have anti-ice off or on? And then you can do certain things where you can see, you can put your wind conditions and it'll give you some information in there. I haven't played around with that enough, but you can get like outside air temperature and your V speeds and stuff in there if you want. I've already got it in the other, so I think we're good. Johnny Wan says, not sure patience is Maple Leaf's forte. I agree, buddy. Yeah, I agree. All right, so I think we're good to go. One other thing I wanted to show you guys before we get this thing fired up and listen to the, I got to get this, I'm covering up everything. Before we get this thing fired up and hear the engines roar, one other thing I wanted to show you is if we go to airport map, so I see a map here. Notice this is not quite like the Navigraph charts, and but you actually, the first time I wasn't showing anything. And I'd do a LIMJ airport, and I wouldn't see anything. And I'm like, what's going on? I was expecting to see like Navigraph charts, and I wasn't seeing it. What I found was that you actually have to load. There's a, and this is important to mention as well. There's an iFLY add-on or an iFLY, what do we call it? It's like it's a plugin, iFLY plugin. That has to be running, and you can have it set when you install this aircraft, but it has to run kind of like those of you that are familiar with FSU IPC. It's kind of like Phoenix Airbus, right? And so it's got to load this so it verifies you have a license, and it also allows you to run the aircraft to make it work. And so if it doesn't run, you're not going to have the aircraft work. One of the things in that add-on or that plugin is the ability to load all the airports. Takes some time. Took me about 10 minutes, I think, and it went through like 40,000 airports that it had to load. Once it got done with that, I had to recycle the maps, and then I would see this. So just something to be aware of. And you can also do mark north up, and you can move this so you can get it in the center there. But just something to note, little nuance. All right, let's go ahead and talk about the pushback, because I think we're ready for pushback almost. I got a few more things on my checklist to go through, and then we'll get this bird up in the air finally. Okay, time to get the APU on. Let's take it. Let's listen to these sounds. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do fuel pump 1. And we're going to go ahead and start the APU. Right now, I want to go out here so we can take a look. I so wish my frame gen was running right now. But let's go over here and notice the little door is closed. I want to try to do this as fast as I can to see if we can see if this animates. I haven't tried this yet. So let's do, if we just to on, will it open the door? So there's this door right here. Nope, it didn't. Okay, so let's go ahead and do start. 1, 2, 3, click. There it goes. It does animate. That's pretty sweet. So there, that air intake for the APU, which is the auxiliary power unit. We're going to listen to it fire up here, friends. Gives us a chance to have a little sip of our orange whip. I'm having a Moscow Mule, and it's delicious. Once we're up in the air, I might go ahead and try to turn frame generation back on. We'll see if it works. I'll tell you what, when I came in for a landing last night at another Payware airport, it was so smooth. Smooth as silk. And I didn't have a bad landing the first time. I'll see how I've only landed this once. So now I'm doing it the second time all in front of all of your eyes. God save me. Okay, so we're just going to wait for that to come on. And we'll, just like the 737NG, we're going to have the APU gen come on here. Captain Howdy says, I am used to turning on the aft switch for APU. Yeah, I use the forward one. We've been through that before. Do you use the aft on the pump here, over here? As in terms of pump 1 aft, or do you do pump 2 aft? All right, here we go. So we'll get that switched. Next thing on our thing is the engine bleed. Now, this is pretty loud. Listen. That's pretty loud. Louder than the PMDG. Even louder than the one with the add-on sound by Boris Soundworks, which I think is awesome. We're going to go up here and do APU on this gen. And I think we're good to go there. Master caution, we can go ahead and disengage. So we'll go ahead and disengage that. And light is green, trap is clean. Let's go ahead and set our altimeter. Altimeter is 3012, 30.12 on the altimeter. And initial takeoff. Okay, let's talk about the PAP3. So this is fully compatible. So if I go over here, make sure you can all see this. And I'm not covering it. Okay, you can see it. Okay, perfect. So we got our altitude is flight level 340. So let's go ahead and set that. I'm just, oh, I love that tactile feedback from WINWING's PAP3. I love it. 18 likes. Thank you, friends. Thank you, Captain Red Sky. Appreciate it all. So you can't really see that, I guess. There's a glare here, so I'm going to have to do some work on that. Later, not now. I know you're all like, let's just get this bird in the air. Heading, initial altitude is 340. Heading, takeoff, runway, and we're taking off at 350. So I'm just going to go to the left here. Set this to 350, just like so. And then indicated airspeed, we're going to set to V2 speed. What was that? Anybody remember? .152. That's why I like having the PFP, because I can just go over there and look. So we're going to set that to 152. Hopefully you can all see that at least. Does that have the glare, or can you see that, friends? 152. You can see that at least. Okay, we're not going to mess with the course. So we got those set. Next thing we want to do is we already have the elevator trim set. We want to go ahead and click our yaw damper just like we do on the PMDG 737NG. And let's see, fuel pumps can all come on. So we're actually going to turn on the left and right and center. And you'll notice the low pressure should go out because we do have some fuel in there. Carlos says, love winning equipment. WINWING equipment. They are really good. I agree, man. I couldn't agree more, Carlos. Good stuff, man. WINWING, we're fortunate to have WINWING as partners, Carlos, and we do thank them for being a partner of ours. And we met them at Flight Sim Expo 2024 in Vegas. Got to meet Tony, the big guy. Not like big as in muscular or anything. Anyway, one of the head honchos. But yes, I agree, Carlos. Good stuff. Tetley, good evening, Tetley. Good to see you, everybody. Welcome, Tetley. All right, fuel pumps are on. Window heat, we're going to go ahead and turn those on. So window heat can come on. I'm just going to go ahead and release the probes. We'll put the probes on. We don't really need anti-ice right now. We got clear skies, blue skies, if you will. So we'll ignore that for now. Oh, crap. You know what I forgot to do? I wonder if this is going to work. It is working. Okay, good. Another thing I want to show you, and you probably could see that, is as I click this, you're going to see... Oh, you can't see it. Hold on. In my virtual cockpit, you can see that now, right? So you see the flight director there. So if I move this down, it moves it in my... Can you all see that? I probably should zoom in. Here, look. Right up here. Right here. Look at this. So that actually works. We're going to get into the auto throttle here in a moment. But I have the flight director on for both. There we go. And I forgot to reset those earlier, so that's my bad. All right, so we can see that those flight directors are on. The other thing that's different than the PMDG 737 for me, anyway, is... well, actually, I got to get the hydraulic pumps on before I forget that. Let's go up here, get the hydraulics. Those lights will go out for low pressure. You get some oil in there, hydraulics fluid, I should say, in there. Flight altitude is already set automatically. Does that automatically set as I hit this? It's just at 34,000 already. We're going to leave landing altitude at 0 because where we're flying to, LIMJ, I think it's like 17 feet. So we're going to go ahead and leave that alone. Landing altitude set. Flight directors are on. LNAV and VNAV. So we go down here, and what we're going to do is this actually works to set right now. So if we look here, LNAV and VNAV. So if I go over here, and I can click these buttons, and they'll go green, as you can see right there on the PAP3. And so that's kind of nice that those are lit up as well. All right, so those are working. Perfect. Perfect. I love it when a plan comes together, friends, don't you? Just double check I feel like I missed something. Heading, we got elevator trim, indicate airspeed, yaw damper, fuel pumps are on, window heat is on, hydraulics, pumps are on, we didn't need the anti-ice, flight altitude is set, landing altitude is set, flight directors, LNAV, VNAV, auto brake. Okay, next thing, auto brake. Down here, at a little bit of an angle, we're going to turn the auto brake on for RTO, and ground connections now to remove all. So let's go over here now. We're going to go back to menu, system page, sim menu, and we're going to go to ground support. And now we're going to go ahead and disconnect the electric and the chock. So we've got 3 of these to disconnect. And I'm going to talk about the pushback here. I do like the pushback function of this. Are we there yet, matey? Matey, how's it going, buddy? Everybody, welcome, matey. Let's go back there. So we got the ground connections disconnected. We can visually check that here really quick. And we are. Let's get into the pushback. I think we're about ready to push back. We're going to get the beacon on. Parking brake we're going to make sure is set, and it is right there. Good deal. And chocks have been removed, packs off, and anti-collision light. Let's go ahead and turn on the anti-collision light, and let's check out the actual working pushback. So we got a pushback here, and notice right now we've got, it says remove towing lever pin and release towing lever. Move towing lever and install towing lever pin. We got straight, left, right, and degrees. We're going to go ahead and click this, and I want to go straight. We can also say straight line distance. I can program in here what distance I want. I'm going to put 200 feet in there, and then we can say start now. Here we go. Here he comes. Did it actually undo my... oh, it did. My parking brake automatically came off, so I don't have to manually do that. So we're just going to go ahead and get pushed back. Let's talk about the views. Out of the box, I haven't messed with the views yet, and I was telling Captain Howdy I need to mess with these. But I got to create some custom views. This is the cabin view, and I don't know. It could be a livery thing. But that's my... And I can't pan my view. So we're going to check that out once we get in the air. But those are my custom views. All right, here we go. We're pushing back. Is it better than PMDG? Yeah, let me get into that, matey. I haven't actually made my final verdict yet on that. I don't even know, but I'm gonna give you some more of my thoughts on it. This is a great question. I'm gonna let you certainly know what I'm thinking once we get up in the air. But I don't know if I can make a judgment yet. I can say it's very good. I can say there's things I like about this better than PMDG, and I can say there's things I like about PMDG better than this. But I'll get. That's a great question. I'll get into that, buddy. CP65 says you have to open the window shades. Yeah, you know what? That was kind of an automatic thing, CP. They were open before. I clicked on them. I couldn't open them. Do I have to use maybe I have to use my mouse. I'll try that when I get up in the air. I mean my mouse, my scroll wheel. My mouse. I got to use my mouse. Well, of course you got to use your mouse. No, I mean, jeez. My scroll wheel is what I meant there, CP. Sorry for that little outburst. I don't know what got over me. Okay, so where you got see, he's already pushing back. And we're going to go ahead and set the parking brake. So that is set. And let's go ahead and let's listen to these engines roar, shall we? I think you've all been waiting for that. All right, pushback's done. Left engine switch to ground. So let's go up here. We're going to go left to ground. We got to turn packs off first. Here we go. And engine's coming alive. You're going to hear these things rumble. Listen to this. Okay, we got to give her some fuel at about now. And now check this out. Listen to this. We'll go outside on the other spot, give her fuel, and listen to her from the outside. But first we're going to listen. We're outside, actually, technically, I know. But listen to this. As many of you know, the MAX8 has huge flippin' engines. The MAX8 has ginormous engines. But listen how loud that is. I flew on a MAX8 with my family when we were coming from St. Louis to Des Moines on our way back from Savannah. Listen how loud that is, CP. Do love that sound, matey. There she goes. Listen to that. That howl. Love that. Just shattered my beer glass. There you go. All right, let's go ahead and start engine number 2. We do need to go up here and go continuous on the left, and then let's go ahead and get the number 2 engine started here. Look at the size of those engines. Great animation on the turbine. The thing you'll notice is even that center thing to show that it's spinning. It's lovely. So let's go ahead and get the fuel in, and so we're gonna go ahead and get the fuel. And go back out. Get a screenshot of that too, because it's sexy. Look at that animation where it gets fast enough, and I like the little spinner right there, the cone. Now you're going to see that like twirl here. Actually the animation looks really incredibly good. There we go. Beautifully done. I mean, look at that spinner. That just is incredible job. That animation, looks really good. Okay, we're going to go up top, and we're going to go ahead and do continuous. What did Matey say? All right, now we can go ahead and switch to our engine generators. Go ahead and do that right now. Switch to our engine generators. Check. All right, and let's go ahead and do Gen 1 up here. So it's one click over to the left, and APU can now come off. We'll go ahead and do our up scroll wheel to turn that off. APU bleed can come off, and packs can come on. And you can all get some air back there. You can thank me later. All right. Let's see what we can see. I do need to adjust and get my flap controller. I need to do a little calibration. I'm going to show you something here in a sec. So we got the engines ready and going. I think we're good to go there. Before taxiing, we're going to go ahead and do... Let's see. Gen AC voltmeter, Gen 1, APU off, all that probe. Heat is on. Already did that. Engine anti-ice is required. Flap set. Okay, so we're going to set the flaps. So I'm going to set these right now to 5. Let me make sure that, because I need to calibrate these. So I'm going to use my ProDesk Sim lever, if you will, and get that set to 5. So I got to adjust this because right here on mine, it's on 2 for the ProDesk Sim, but there you can see it's on 5. Matt Hawkins is in the house. Matt, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for joining. We're checking out the iFLY MAX8 for the first time, buddy. And she's a delight. All right, we're going to go progress page over here. And, all right, good to go. Okay, I think we're finally ready, Maple. Finally. All right, taxi lights. Normally turn off lights we don't have to worry about. We'll go up here and do taxi. And let's go ahead and start with our taxi, friends. Let's do this. Oh, one thing I wanted to say. Watch. Now, if I move, when I start moving, you can see below, I'm moving my rudder pedals, and my aircraft nose is not working. So if you're like, what happened? And I'm actually was surprised I figured this out so quickly. I'm like, oh, I wonder if it was this over here. And it is. So we still have our pin in for our nose gear to lock it. So we got to go over here and hit remove. And then once we have it removed, now we should be able to go. And we should be able to turn, and we can. So, port and safety tip, Egon. Let's go back to our menu and airport map. Here we go. So we're going to go back to 35. And we're finally moving. An hour and 6 minutes later. Tashi Draco over there in the... I wish I didn't need to... Remind me to install that, Tashi. If you could send me a DM. Remind me to install the 777-200ER from PMDG into my 2020 sim, because I haven't done that yet. I'm going to go ahead and remove that route information. We don't need that any longer. It's with this guy in the car. Need to say get out of my way. Where's my get out of my way track? Yeah, old golfer says, but who is counting Sim? Good question there, old golfer. How you doing, Mike? Getting any golfing in? I'll tell you what, Mike, it's been in the 80s here in Iowa, and it would be perfect golfing weather for you. We got a high pressure system in here, and it is clear as can be. A lot of blue skies. You would love it, old golfer. Although you definitely need to put on your sunblock. Bat says, hey, Symphonag, don't forget to install 777-200 here. Thanks, Bats. Do send that to me in a as one of you, send it to me in a DM, though, in Discord so that I don't forget. If you'd be so kind. It's been in 60s there, CP? Nice. We'll take it. We'll take 60s. Actually, I turned on the air conditioning for the first time in our house today. And I come home. My daughter's got the sliding glass door half open. I'm like, what are you doing? I feel like my parents back when I was a kid. We're not trying to cool the whole city. Right? How many had parents that did that? Got on your case. We've had rain too. Yeah, that'll do it. All right, we got Chipper Sneeze taken off. Guess I could go outside now. Though my frame rates are sucking right now because because I had to turn frame generation on. I mean, they're not horrible, but we've got all these planes here, and I am running a third party. But normally, like before I had OBS and everybody running here, smooth as silk. Smooth as silk. Everybody took off already. There they all are. Bedrock and Bats. Everybody's. I had 3 of you stay by. Oh no, 4 of you. There's Captain Howdy. Stay back with me. TJ Turner, Chipper Sneeze, Tashi Draco, and Captain Howdy. They felt sorry for me because I was taking so damn long, but they stayed back. There goes Chipper. TJ's going to go ahead, and I think he just got cleared by ATC to position and hold. So he's positioning and hold. We'll go ahead and go up to the hold short line here. And while TJ Turner gets himself adjusted there in the A310, go ahead and hold short of this line here. By the way, for those of you that might be wondering, iFLY 737 MAX8 that we're flying tonight is not yet compatible or officially released for 2024. They are working on it. It's supposed to be soon. And then we'll be in 2024. NM Flyer, what is going on, everybody? Welcome NM Flyer to the live stream. All right, more airplane stuff. Exactly, buddy. Welcome to the live stream. Good to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Perfect timing, too. We're going to take off here with the iFLY MAX8 as soon as I finally get through my checklist. All right, before takeoff, parking brake set, auto throttle arm. So let's talk about auto throttle arm. So we're going to go ahead and arm the auto throttle. And what you're going to see here is what I love. I don't have the magnetic switch yet. They're supposed to be sending it to me, but you'll notice when you push this up and down, it'll automatically come down. But when you get the magnetic version for $60, or you can get the PAP3 with already comes with it, it'll actually hold up until you do your auto throttle disarm button, which is kind of cool. But I'm waiting for a care package to be sent to me from WINWING. But I think with the tariffs and all this stuff, it's been held up. So I just continue to patiently wait. All right. Auto throttle's armed, landing lights and wing lights. Let's go ahead and get all these on. So 2 clicks on the left, 2 clicks on the right. Runway turnoffs are on. Taxi light can come off. Wheel well and wing is set. We got the LED lights. Look at those babies. Look at those LED lights. Gotta love them. All right, friends. Finally, without further ado, we are ready. Clock, and we're gonna go. Okay, clock set, and let's do this. Finally, right? Right, Maple? Finally.
Approaching 3-5.
Oh, listen to that. You know what? I forgot to hit TARA. I'll do that here in a moment. I'm using track IR. I don't have it enabled. There we go. Now it's enabled. There we go. Oh, it does it automatically for you? And you're kidding me.
3-5.
All right, here we go. TARA. It's in a different spot with this. Let's see if I can remember where the hell it's at. I found it last night. Where did I see it? Oh, it's right here. There we go. TARA. All right, are we ready? 40% and then toga. Here we go. Straight out and then to the left. And toga. Toga. Forward pressure on the yoke. Using the rudder pedals until we hit 80 knots to keep our directional control. Nose wheels centered down the center line. 80 knots, release at forward pressure. Can you set call-outs, by the way, guys, on this? V1?
V1.
There's it is. Rotate. Notice fuel came on. Don't worry about that. Gear coming up. Just noticed my LED lights aren't working on my Bravo right now. I'm going to leave that on for now, though. Okay, get our nose back down here. All right, now we can go ahead and set on our FCU. We can go, or our PAP3, we can go ahead and hit Command A. That'll enable the autopilot. And our auto throttle's already going. I see you back there, Captain Howdy, Tashi Draco. All right, let's go ahead and get to flaps 1 here. 4,000's transition, so STD already. And you actually have to do that on both sides, like in real life. Oh, no, you don't. Okay. Does it on both. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and do the flaps up. See what I mean about it being loud? Of course, we're outside. We're not actually in the cabin. Let's go in the cabin and see. Okay, there it was. See, those automatically came open. It's still loud. Even in the cabin, it's loud. Yeah, see, I can't click those, CP. We'll see if we can't do a cabin tour. The engines, it's the one thing with the sound. It's like super loud no matter if in the cabin or outside. So not a huge deal, but a deal. Shrink the cam. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you, Bats. Okay, so I got to turn. We got this caution on here. Fuel. Why is that? Okay, well, the reason is we're already out of fuel in our center pump, so we got low pressure there. If we go over here, we can see that our fuel in our center is at 0.02 pounds, so that's why. So what we can do is we can just go up here. We turn these pumps off, and now we'll get rid of the master caution. They're clickable while in the cabin. Okay. We'll check out, once we get to cruise altitude, CP, CP, I take it you have this plane then? Yeah, I've got, thanks, Captain. I've got my toga button is on my TCA Boeing yoke. I've got that mapped on my TCA Boeing yoke. I got it mapped to the Xbox button since I'm not on an Xbox, but good to know. So what Captain Howdy's talking about is if you want to do toga, you can click on the black screw. This screw here, because usually your cursor would change, at least with PMDG. I don't see my cursor changing though. Oh, there. Thank you. So there. I think on the PMDG it's down here, but there. That's good to know for everybody. You can just click on that little hidden click point for toga. But I've got a button mapped to my TCA, so I use that. But good to know, Captain Howdy. All right, let's go ahead and zoom out. I want to get this zoomed out to 40. So I'm going to look for 20 there. I'm going to go over to the right. I'm going to turn down the volume, but because good golly, Miss Molly, are those engines loud? And we're going to go over here and go range 80. So what I'm going to look to do is get this to 40 because that's halfway there. So we're going to go several clicks up here, and there we go. That's all there is to it, friends. And in hour and 15 minutes, you too can get up in the air. No, it doesn't take that long. It just took me longer because it's only the second time I ran through this, and I wanted to be thorough and talk a lot about the differences between the PMDG because I know a lot of you have the PMDG like I have and don't have the iFLY MAX8. I do like it, matey, if you're still in here. I really do like this plane. I just need more time with it before I make a final verdict if I like it better as much or not as well as the PMDG version of the 737NG. The nice thing is it is a different plane, right? So if you have the 737s from PMDG, like if you have the 600, the 700, the 800, or the 900 like I have, it is a different plane. It does have different characteristics of flight. As you can see here, the sounds are different. Although I would strongly recommend for those of you that have the PMDG 737 series to get the Boris Audio Works sound pack for $10 or $8 if it's on sale. It's well worth it. The sounds between that and this one, I'd say it's a push. Honestly, I love the sounds from the Boris Audio. So if you have the PMDG and you want better sounds, definitely get that Boris Audio Works for like $8-10. It's well worth it. Carlos says, any idea when the EFIS from WinWing for the Boeing are going to be available? It's a great question. I don't know that, Carlos. I did ask my contact at WINWING about that. They're coming. I have not been privy to any information on when those will be released. I know they're coming, but I can't say when yet. If anybody's heard, please post it in chat. I have not heard yet, but great question. And we are right now passing flight level 178 for flight level 340. And actually, we could go ahead and turn off our landing lights. Oop. You can use our scroll wheel to do that. Scrolling up on these because clicking on them doesn't work. All right. Let's go ahead and did our RTO? Nope, we gotta set that to off. Oh, the other thing I like about this too is I was talking about this is a small thing. It's not a big deal. But like you can have these at different heights, but this actually animates even with it down, where the PMDG, if you click it down, it goes down for both of them and you don't get animation on those yokes. So I think that's kind of cool that they still allow that to work rather than just be basically disabled in terms of the animation, right? Oh, you got it, Carlos. You got it. I wish I could provide you more details than just I don't know, but yes, it is coming. Soon, my friend, soon. You know, I always forget to let me see here. I don't have a hit play. There we go. Are those engine sounds too loud still, or is that good? No problem, can wait. Oh. So, Carlos, I take it you probably said and I missed it in chat. Now that I got through all that checklist stuff, I can now focus on all of you on chat, right? Did you say you have, I take it you have the PFP, or no, the PAP3. You have the PAP3, I take it, right? I want the EFIS too, buddy, because I have it for the MCDU, right? For the Phoenix? So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the EFIS as well, because I feel kind of like, oh, I should be grabbing for the dial to do the altimeter, right? Or I should be grabbing for, you know, the not the course, but like the standard pressure and be able to switch that and all the other stuff that's right here. So when we're talking about EFIS, if you're all wondering, like, what the hell is he talking about? This is your left EFIS, so it contains this portion right here, and you have your right EFIS, that's this portion right here for your first officer and captain. So that's what we're talking about, friends. And those should be coming soon. And Carlos does have it. Nice. Do you have the PFP as well? How are the sound levels, guys? Music too loud, engines too loud, am I too loud? You don't have to answer the part about me. I know I'm too loud. My wife tells me that all the time. All the time. All right, I can go ahead and turn off those bottom cameras. Not yet, but soon. Gotcha, Carlos. Thoughts on the Max? Kyle Summers, what's up, my friend? What's up? Everybody, welcome Kyle Summers. Thoughts on the Max? Yes. Been talking about a few things. You just hopped in here, Kyle. So what I'll say is the jury's still out fully because this is only my second thorough flight with it, Kyle. I need more time with it before I can give my final verdict to all of you because, you know, I like to give you my honest opinion on this stuff, as any good simmer would do. I like it, first and foremost. I like it. I love it. The sounds are great. They're a little loud, but I know you can tweak those. And maybe they're loud to me because I'm just used to the PMDG. But they're a little bit loud for when, you know, like when you're in the cabin and stuff. But we'll check this out. But that I'm sure can be tweaked with like a custom view and just settings on the sound. So, but I love the sounds. The sounds are awesome. The other thing I really like is this is where hands down beats the hell out of PMDG. They actually have a EFB that does work along with, you just got here, I realized, but we went through the pushback. So, you know, we've got our, whoops, let me go backwards. So we've got our pushback. I haven't even checked out panel style. So there's all kinds of settings here for their tablet. And so I like the fact that their tablet's fairly thorough. I'm fairly impressed with this. Failures we can look at. Clear, add. Oh, this is something I forgot to mention. This does, like the PMDG, have save, but I like that you can do two things. You can do save flight plan and save panel status. So what that means is if you don't want to save your, because like with PMDG, you can go to your FMC and actually save the panels, the PMDG state. I can't remember what they call it now, but you can essentially say, you know what I'm talking about. You can save the panel state. So if you want to like load up later and and you went through your whole checklist and you have the aircraft like ready to start up and push back, you know, and you got your flight plan all programmed and you save that panel state. What I like about this is you can save your flight plan, but you can actually save your panel state status differently, separately. And you can see that I have one here for LPPR, LIMJ, along with before APU start. That's pretty cool. The pushback, Kyle, it actually, you can do straight. You can configure how many feet back you want to go. You have to do the pin. You insert the pin. It actually does the full animation. I don't have to use I don't have to use GSX. Now, I know, granted, I know you guys have told me, and I do have GSX. I can use GSX with PMDG. That's fair. But honestly, I think for those that spend $70 on an aircraft, really should have options like this from PMDG and not have to rely on, especially for their 777, because the PMDG, to be fair, the 737 and the PMDG does have a pushback. You just have to do it through the FMC, right? But I do like the fact that this is a bit more thorough. The other thing, Kyle, I like was with the ground support. You actually have chocks. It's not just chocks on or off. You actually can do nose, left, right, different. Who's going to do that? I don't know. Does it really matter? Probably not. But yet it's nice that they have it. We could go to the next page. How do I get to the next page? I haven't even tried to go to a next page. Page 4. Oh, page down, page up. Here we go. Geez, I haven't even checked this out. Potable water, forward air stair, aft air stair, forward galley truck. Aft, I've got to play with that some more. Page down, we got our aft bowl, cargo, train, and loader. Wow. I'm going to have to check this stuff out. I didn't even mess with this stuff. Oh, here you can change your pin stuff here, too. Well, isn't that fancy? Reflective safety cone. Wow, look, we're going to have to try this stuff out another stream. I haven't even played around. I didn't even do the next page. I stopped at page 1.4. Let's see, what else we got? The pushback we looked at. Ground support. We just looked at that. Refuel. Air refuel, anybody? Doors. Don't worry, I'm not gonna open any doors mid-flight, and don't even try to tempt me, anybody. We know what happens when Symphonic does that. The plane crashes instantly. ACARS, that's where you go to set your SimBrief ID. It's really simple. You put your SimBrief ID in it. Done. It does have airport. I was talking about that, Kyle, as well. So airport map, but it's very limited. That's what it looks like. And you got to preload all your airports, too. And it takes about 10 minutes. It runs through about 40-some thousand worldwide airports to get it in there. But then you can see them. And you see a little character for your plane and all that, which is nice. What did I just see? I saw something. Oh, the terminal charts. Let's look at this. Connecting to Navigraph server. I haven't even tried this. Terminal charts. I haven't even tried this. Suppose this will screw me up. What did something just happen? It seemed like my plane just shimmy-shammied. Let's go LPPR. And we're going to go over here. Carlos says, okay, Sim friends, see you in your next stream. I have to leave. Have a great night, and thank you guys for you are great. See you in your next stream, Sympathetic. Hey, let's give a shout-out. And blue skies to you, Carlos. Thank you for joining our stream and our channel. We appreciate your support, buddy. We'll see you next stream. It'll be on Saturday, I hope. Depending on if I have my son's, I will plan on it, because usually when he has a swim event, it's usually done by late afternoon at the latest. We're going LIMJ. And complete. So, okay. Is this actually trying to come? What is this doing? This terminal charts. So we're close to flight level 340. Did you break it again? God, I hope not, CP. That's why I shouldn't. I just keep my paws off this stuff, right? Especially when we're midstream and we spend an hour and 15 minutes. Leave it to Symphonic to flop it up. If I just don't want to mess with it. I'll look at that later and figure it out. It would be a damn shame to get all the way up here and then have my simulator crash or have something go on. Like, remember the jump seat? Yeah, I know. So that's what CP65's thinking. When I played with the jump seat with the 777-200ER and it disconnected the autopilot. By the way, Evan thought that was hilarious from Flight Sim Expo. I sent him the short of that happening, and he had a chuckle from it. It was kind of funny. I know Shane got a big kick out of it, as many of you did too, and at my expense, of course. All right, so those engines are kicking down. Now, another thing you can do is go over here, and we can say, oh, we want our engine info. So, you know, that comes up here. You can see the engines here. Sys, that'll come over here, so we get some more information, the hydraulics. You know, our controls here, kind of like with the 777 or rudder. Information on the speed and all that good stuff. Oh, I actually can click on this. I haven't messed around with that. Let's see our recall. Okay. Huh. All right. This doesn't come full screen here, but you can on the arrow switch to move it to the other screen. Oh, okay. Oh, nice. Oh, selector. Okay, left. Oh, I gotcha. I gotcha. Right center. Okay. Perfect. All right, friends. Well, we are right now at flight level 340, and we've made it to the top of climb. Let's go ahead and take a look at our progress. And we're 645 nautical miles away from top of descent. That's not even at to the end. That's not even to the airport. So if we look at what the time is going to be 10:45 Zulu. So if we look over here, we can see it's at 9:22. So we got 1 hour and 22 minutes before we get to top of descent. So plenty of time to talk to y'all. I might even jump into voice chat within Discord to say hello if there's anybody. I should check and see if anybody's in Discord voice right now. Let me take a look here. Any of you guys? I'm sure there's people in there. I'm sure Silver and Bats are in there. Let me see. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We've got Bats, Captain Howdy, Silver Killer, Tashi's in there, Bedrock's in there, Chipper Sneeze, Delgam, Pilot Reg. So we might at some point have to go in and say hello for just at least a moment. Read messages. What, Captain Howdy? Yeah, I saw it. Oh, no, the arrow below the engine button? The arrow that looks like that? Okay. Gotcha, Bats. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Got it. I did see that, so... No, you didn't see it? No, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, because I did see it. Thought I saw it. Because you're talking about this button this over here. You're talking about this here, right? This little arrow thing. I knew what you're talking about. Tell me if that's not right, but I think that's what it was. Yeah, okay. But, friends, we are going to... Let's take a 5-minute bio. Does that sound good? We'll do a little bit of a bio break, and then we'll come back, maybe do a cockpit tour. And then once we get done with that, we can maybe hop in, say hello to our friends. If you're not a member of our Discord server, somebody drop in exclamation Discord. Oh, so it's right there. Discord Simming Voice Channel. There it is. My bot already put it there for you. Click on that. You can go and join Bats and Delgam, Silver Killer, Captain Howdy, and others, Pilot Rick, and say hello. We'd love to have you in there. You could even say hi to me. I'll plan on jumping in the voice just to say hello for a moment. We do a fly-in the first Saturday of every month, and I stay in the voice channel the whole time. But it's always fun to go in and say hello to all of you and flush the toilet. Can you flush the toilet on this thing, Captain Howdy? I don't even know. Can you? That'd be amazing. But, friends, let's go ahead and take a 5 to 7 minute break. And give me a chance to go say hello to Mrs. Symphonetic because she's been at dinner with some work folks. She has a person that she worked with for years is leaving, unfortunately, and she's a friend of ours and of hers, and we hate to see her go, but she was out with her to say farewell. So give me a chance to do a bow break, maybe refresh my orange whip, let you all refresh your orange whip, and we'll meet right back here. Does that sound good? Okay. Sounds great, friends. And again, thank you for joining us. Be right back. All right, friends, thanks for sticking around. Back with you. How's it going? Is everyone? Well, look at this. We got 33, and then we go to 30. Okay, I'm getting the hint. I come back and 3 people leave. 23 likes. That's awesome, CP65. Fantastico. Thank you, friends. Did y'all get your eggnog refreshed? We should bring back the shuffle. Bats. No, nobody wants that. Right? I've got the symphonetic shuffle emoji. And when there's when you guys join as members, or if you do gift and memberships in that, my animated emoji comes up. Thank you for capturing that. Who captured that? Now I got to think for. Oh, I know what it was. Hanger Studios captured it. You guys know what I'm talking about. Okay, shall we do a cabin tour? You guys have all been waiting so patiently. And Captain Howdy says we can flush the toilet. I think he's lying. I don't think we can flush the toilet. Let's see. Let's go ahead and see if we can flush it. You know what? I'm going to try something really quick. Can I'm really curious if I can re-enable. Just give me a second. I know people that are behind me. This will give them a chance to catch up. I want to turn... would this work? I've never tried this, like, right now. Nope, it's still... Damn, that is so annoying. What really annoys me is that used to... I could cycle that, and then it would fix it. Now I can't even do that. Another reason to get away from 2020. All right, let's go here. Ooh, pretty. Look at it, even got the iFLY logo in the galley here. Look at this. Can I click on any of this? No. Who wants some coffee? I'm a big coffee fan. I know some of you are, some of you aren't. Some of you like tea. Nothing's clickable here. That's okay. Can I click on this? Yep, and I'm not going to. What's this thing? What is that? All right. Just, I don't even want to, like, get intrigued by it. Whoever gets first class. Look at these first class seats. Fancy. Go right over here. Now I can click on it. There we go, CP65. Look at that. Oh, that's the slide. Got it. Look at, and then, like, CP65 was trying to have me do. Now, can I save a custom? I'm going to try something. Can I do a custom? I bet I can. So I'm going to do custom a click spot. So let me do this here really quick. Control-Alt. Let me do... Well, I bet I can. Okay. This... Oh, let me do that. We're going to go back down here. Let's get down to... Ooh, look at... We can see the engine. Oh. Look at the engines, friends. Let's get that thing up. Can we... I like that you could stop shit kind of here. Should I go back one more seat here? Maybe that would be smart. I bet I can do a custom. So that's how we do it. This is how we do it. So custom, that's what I was saying. I got to do a custom view. So let me do that. Okay, now that should work. Let's test it right now. Oh, I know I did. There we go. There we have it. All right, let's just keep on going back here. Oh, look at the seats. Even had the TUI logo on them. Oh, look at that. Is fancy. Fancy pantsy. Wow. Well, you didn't tell me that, Captain Howdy. That would, even with my TUI flight, that's pretty impressive, actually. Okay, so here's what we need to do. As we were talking about, Captain Howdy, last night, so here's the custom views. And you told me you can do custom views, Symphonic. So here was our custom view. Now, this makes me feel a whole lot better. Actually, let's go to the other side. Let me do this. Excuse me. Let me just, excuse me, pardon me. Sorry, you invisible people. I gotta get over here. All right, so here we go. And there we go. I like that. So I'm gonna do a Control-Alt-8. So what that does is I've got my mappings on my yoke, so I've got my right button as an 8, so we can go right back there. So this is basically like the Phoenix now. And then if I do... and I do Alt-0, I can go back here. And then that one I have mapped to custom 8. Perfect. I wish I would have had that done, Captain Howdy, before I started this stream. It would have sounded much better starting up the engines, beating in the cabin, because now we didn't miss that. Flush. Oh, yes. Thank you. You can't flush it, can you? Symphonetic. Inquiring minds want to know that you skip the toilet. You have an A350. It would flush. Okay, let me go back there. Captain Howdy and Silver Killer. Get myself. Let's go back. Okay. That is freaking... That's pretty cool. What the hell did I just do? There we go. That's pretty fancy. Like, I'm impressed with that. Now this is a livery that actually comes from iFLY, so you know they actually custom did this livery. This isn't like a. This is not something that I got from FlightSim.to. Ernie says clipping now. What did I say? Icebird, welcome to the live stream. Good to see you. Icebird says, Maverick Supersonic, I'll be there in 2 minutes. Nice. We got the toilet emojis from Bats. We got Kyle saying, someone get ready to clip this. I bet your Bravo, it flushes. Okay, I bet you a Bravo, it flushes? Ooh, I could use a new Bravo CP. That actually works. Oh my gosh! There's an extra shitter in here! Okay, hold on. No way, is this really gonna... Oh. iFLY... Okay. This is it. If this thing flushes, by far better airplane than the PMDG. I'm kidding. It's gonna flush. Look at, there's a click spot here. Oh, this is funny. It should say symphonetic. Okay, here it goes. Wait, I'm gonna turn the music off. I did hear a flushing sound. By God, it does flush. Can you hear it? Do I have to turn the... I might have to turn the engines down. Hold on. Let me try it again. Open... Oh my God, no way. Why did the lid close? That's awesome! Oh my gosh! Where has this plane been? That's... the rest of the stream right now is just gonna be me flushing the toilet. Does this thing have auto land? So I can just stay back here and be a child and flush the toilet? That is awesome. Captain Howdy, why did you not tell me it has a toilet? Maybe you did tell me. I know you probably did. Does it do it over here too? Can I go over here and flush this toilet? Oh my gosh. Does any of this do stuff? Oh, look at, we got toilet paper. We got TP. It's always good to have TP. That is, honestly. Oh, there it goes. It looked like it was doing an animation of water. That is awesome. Oh, finally we have a shitter in the in an aircraft. Like, did it really need to take that long? Did you say the A350 has it too? Oh my gosh. That's worth the $70 right there, friends. Right there, from my lips, from my mouth to your ears. My goodness. I'm not gonna click on this or click on this slide, but that is too funny. Oh, what a treat. What a treat. Well, that was worth the cabin tour right there, friends. That was awesome. What happened to my music? Oh, wait. Ah! Jeez. Sorry, everybody. Whoops-a-daisy. Oh, that was cool. Oh, that was cool. Did you wash your hands? Can you wash your hands? Can you? Oh, you know what? Now you can see, Tetley, now I gotta go back there now. I didn't do that. I probably could have. I wish you could run. Let's go back and see if we can wash our hands. I didn't wash my hands. I owe you an A350. I remember my first time flushing a toilet. Pilot Rick. I remember back in the day when I flushed my first toilet. Okay. Let's go up here. And can we wash it? Oh, we can't. I don't know. It's still worth it. I mean, the fact that we can now flush, just because we're back here, let's just do this one more time. That's awesome. You know what? Are there any ladies in here? Guess what Symphonatic's doing? I'm leaving the toilet seat up. Yep, I did it. I left the toilet seat up, and I don't have to be ashamed of it. I'm gonna leave it open or up, and I'm gonna close the door. We're taking a stand. Oh boy. Okay, so now that's pretty fun. That is cool. That is cool. How dare I know by the reg, right? Like this interior, this does look like a 737 MAX8. I have been on the MAX8. Fun stuff. Captain Howdy says, Symphonetic, I stand by what I said. iFLY 737 MAX8 is better than PMDG. Well, I'm going to tell you this. I won't deny the fact that they definitely have a better crapper than the PMDG. Not potty trained. There you go, Marion. What a delight, friends. What a delight. That is pretty fun. Did you say the A350 does have a toilet as well that flushes? Remind me, who makes the A350? I just fell in the toilet. Kyle Klassen, welcome to the live stream. Everybody, welcome Kyle in chat. Good to see you, Kyle. We just were having a lot of fun, Kyle, checking out the new, well, it's not really new. It's been out for, what, 7 months? But the iFLY 780 or 737 MAX8, and it has an actual workable toilet. So I just spent about the last 10 minutes flushing a toilet. I&I Builds. Thanks, Marion. It's I&I Builds. And it does have a flushable toilet. Might have to get that. I know Captain Howdy says I owe him it, so, you know, there's that. That's awesome. All right, we are 465 nautical miles from top of descent. And so we'll continue to make our way to LIMJ. ZX Pilot is in the house. ZX, how's it going? Welcome, ZX Pilot, to the live stream. You just missed the toilet flushing, my friend. ZX Pilot says, hello all. Tetley says, the new benchmark in aircraft, flushable toilets. Hey, you got that right, Tetley. Damn right. Yes. A flushable toilet. That is like that is the defining thing for a real good quality aircraft. For, you know, commercial airliners, of course, or the GA that are the bigger airplanes. Speaking of GA, how many of you have the new CJ3 Plus? Is that right? CJ3 Plus? How many of you have that? I don't know. The Garmin 5000, I just can't get used to it. Well, my problem is, I know what it is. I just haven't flown with it enough. Captain Howdy has it. And you said you like that as well, right, Captain Howdy? And now I gotta go. As we bank. Oh. It's kind of interesting. Boy, I don't know. Is this plane actually going to take the cake? Like, I think of all the money I spent on the PMDG 737 series of planes. Now, this is a different plane. So, like Captain Howdy, you say, well, it's better than the PMDG. But we got to remember that this is a 737 MAX 8, not the 600, 700, 800, or 900. It is different. But very similar, obviously. And when you're paying $70 for a plane, you know, you might want to just buy one or the other. So I get what you're saying, because you might want to just pay the $70 and say, you know what, I'm just going to have either this PMDG airplane or I'm going to have this iFLY, and ignore all the stupid pricing model stuff that PMDG has that makes us pay out a lot of money unless you want to wait. If you want to wait for that specific model, like they state, well, we're not making people buy the base because they may not want the base for $50 or whatever. So we'll let them just wait. If they want the 800 when it comes out, they can just buy the 800 as a whole thing. I've already mentioned my thoughts on that, so I'll just hold my tongue. But yeah. I love PMDG aircraft, by the way. I hate their pricing model. I think it sucks. But they get to do whatever they want. It's their show. But it's nice to have other products like this one where there's a little bit of competition. God bless capitalism. Read my message above about the CJ3. Captain Howdy says, yes, the CJ3 Plus is good but needs some work. Okay, good to know. 27, it's worth it. Yeah, 27 bucks. That is cheap. So what needs work on it, Captain Howdy? Do tell. When you say it needs work, what needs work? Is it the systems? Is it the flight model? Is it the Garmin? Are there bugs? You know, but 27 bucks. Yeah, I mean that is cheap. That's cheap as long as it's decent. You know, when you get to the point where you start spending $50 or more, you're going to expect a lot higher quality of product. You're going to expect it to come out of the gate fully working with very little bugs. Maybe not zero bugs, but little bugs. It has a hard time recognizing top of descent. Okay, that's good to know. TJ Turner has both of them, apparently. He prefers the CJ4. Good to know as well, TJ. We appreciate that, guys. Bats, Symphonic, does that say Trump? No, it doesn't. I wondered if somebody would think that. It says Tump, G-Tump. When I picked this livery for TUI, I wondered when I noticed that, I was like, I wonder how many people think it says Trump. No, it's G-Tump. Good question. Captain Howdy, Big Steve, Tashi, Draco back there. CJ, do you have the CJ4, Kyle? Yes, I do believe I do have the CJ4 for 2020, right? Or 2024. CJ4 is 2024 is very nice. Maybe that's what I have it in. I think I have it. That's the prop. Oh, CRJ, not CJ4. Okay. I do. Let's see. Do I have the CRJ? Yes, I do. I have it. Doesn't that one have 3 different variants, Kyle? The CRJ. Like there's a 500, the 700, the 900. Is that right? If I'm thinking right, then a 4 now. Okay, yeah, I do have it. You know what though, Kyle? I've never flown it on a live stream. It was for both sims. I bought it when it was on sale a long time ago. And I'm like, I might fly this during a live stream. And you know what I don't like about it? It doesn't have auto throttle. Kind of like the CJ Plus, right? That doesn't have auto throttle. And there's nothing wrong with that because that's true to life. They don't have auto throttle. I'm just so used to auto throttle that when I'm doing all this stuff and I'm engaging you all in chat, I'm just going to be transparent and admit it. I'll 100% forget to do the throttle, and then I'll overspeed it. But, I mean, it's not that big a deal, right? But I'm so used to auto throttle. I'm, like, spoiled with the auto throttle. How many are out there are with me on that? You like the auto throttle? I like the auto throttle. I use the auto throttle all the time. In fact, I'm using it right now, as you can see. Right? Right here. Uh-huh. Right there. And, of course, right here. Right here. Auto throttle green on our PAP 3. Yep. But anyway. Oh, God. He was going to say... Captain Howdy says, okay, well, all right. Yeah, you know what, Captain Howdy? That's a good point. I probably should buy the Mad Dog 80 before I get the A350. Good point. Because I've been owing that to Kyle for a long time. A long time. The Mad Dog 80 kind of intimidates me, though. Because it's one of those planes that just it feels like I'm going to have to spend a whole heaping amount of time to fly. Or to learn how to do the systems and get it going and start up and fly it. Does have an auto throttle. You know, Kyle, I had the Mad Dog in X-Plane, and I can't remember who made it. Who the heck made it in X-Plane? I had it for X-Plane 11, and I was proficient. I flew it all the time. That was before I was doing the whole YouTube stuff with y'all. And it's definitely not user-friendly. I know, right? That's to be honest with you, Kyle, I'm just like, that's why I haven't bought it yet. Because I know you would more than be willing to run me through everything. And I have flown the 80. I am familiar with it, but it's been years ago. It was probably like the last time I flew the Mad Dog. Like I said, I have it in X-Plane 11, probably way back in 2019, 2020. or whenever whenever the Mad Dog came out or the MD-80 came out. I think it was the MD-83, if I remember right. Kind of pretty much the same, not the same, but it's similar. And yeah, that shows you how long ago it was. It was years ago. So I'm just like, yeah, and I was like, I know Kyle wants me to get the Mad Dog, but I don't know if I have the time to like run through these systems and learn it and be proficient in it and not look like a complete moron when I'm live streaming with it and not know where to click. You know, I pretty much like I deal with any other aircraft right now. No, I'm just, well, that is maybe true. I don't know. But yeah, Kyle. CP65 says WinWing is hanging out with Shane right now. Are they really? That's awesome. I might have to jump in there and give him grief. Not WinWing. They're great to hang out with whoever. They've joined us multiple times on our streams. I should send him a message. Let me go. Let me do this. I'm gonna send a message to that son of a bugger. There he is. You might hear him.
But there's a bunch of different settings, Glenn, that I haven't used. I don't even have it on the full professional thing just yet because I just wanted to make sure it was sort of working on the flight. So
The heck?
But I am very much waiting for WingWing to update their Wing app. I was actually speaking to someone yesterday here. They've notified the dev team. I'm waiting for the 777, PMDG 777 to be updated in the sim app.
Let's see if he sees my message. Why couldn't I do? Why I couldn't add him? What the hell is?
So that'll be very, very, very cool. Then we can get our Boeing on.
But he's busy.
APU bleeds on, all good. All right, we're going to shut down and we're going to do a turnaround. But I'm just going to take a quick intermission before we do that.
Let's see if he sees. I sent him a message about the 28th. See, Bats just responded.
There. All right, let's shut it down.
Well, we got 32 in here.
Good. It'd be cool if they can localize them even more with Norfolk. Yeah, I think that's probably pretty hard. Ask it probably for too much. Hey, Symphonic, what's up, Shane? You're live streaming at the same time. Can't wait to do a dual live stream. Yeah, I'm just doing a test stream at the moment, Symphonic. So I hope you're doing well. Maple obviously let you know that we were streaming. So hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, we're just messing around with a bit of say intentions and making sure that our streams are working because we just got back to streaming. So guys, I've still got my flaps down. Holy cow. Do we actually even have enough? Yeah, we've still got hydraulic power for him to go up there. So guys, if you think this stream is crap, make sure you go and check out Symphonic stream. He'll be streaming over there doing a bunch of stuff. I'm not sure if he's doing GA
look at him
stuff there. Definitely
he's given a shout out any kind
stream. Oh no. Awesome, bro. He had a great stream, just flying the iFLY 737 MAX live for the first time. You see you streaming now the iFLY MAX in 2020. Yeah, it'd be absolutely shenanigans when it comes to the 28th. I haven't mentioned that. What is it like to stream? How do you mean what is like the stream, the 737 MAX?
So, something at Oz Flight Simulator. So we are planning, like I mentioned it earlier in the stream. If those of you that came after I mentioned this at the beginning, our good friend, and somebody drop in an exclamation AFS for Oz Flight Simulator. He's streaming right now, and it sounds like WinWing is in there. So definitely, please join out, check out his live stream and say hello from the SimFan family. And if you haven't already done that, I see Bats is already in there, and just say hello and that you're hopping on over from our stream. Would appreciate it and supporting him. He's been a great friend and a great. I almost said partner, but in these days you got to be careful with that sort of thing. But he's a great friend and a great fellow streamer, and has done a lot for us in the channel. And so I want to continue to say hello to him from the SimFan family. And thank you, CP65. But yeah, he's an amazing person and streamer. He's got a lot of good news and stuff like that. But if somebody could drop in an exclamation AFS in chat and you can check out his stream, say hello from the SimFan family. And I know a lot of you are here because of him, and definitely appreciate you all saying hello to our friend Oz Flight Simmer. All right, and so anyway, but we're going to be doing a dual live stream, and I'm going to be telling him to eat my shorts this time. We haven't done a dual live stream since Flight Sim Expo. We did that, and I thought it would be a good way to get him there because he couldn't make it there. And I'm like, hey, I've got an idea, Shane. Why don't we do a live stream from the booth and do that together? And we did that, and so that was a lot of fun. So appreciated doing that with him, and hopefully we can do something again during the Flight Sim Expo 2025. But anyway, thank you. I see Silver Killer in there, Captain Howdy dropping in, and make sure you do likes on there and show the Symphonic SimFan family love. He's doing an intermission right now, but thank you, friends, and appreciate you giving him some love over there. Thank you, Captain Howdy and Silver Killer, CP65, and Bats Maple, Ernie T over there as well. So thank you, guys, and do join us for the 28th. Again, that'll be on a Wednesday. A Wednesday stream, dual live stream. We got to figure out a flight plan, and we're going to be doing GA this time. We did a joint live stream that was, again, we did a GA flight way back in Flight Sim Expo, and we got WINWING in here now, friends. WINWING is here. WINWING, we are highlighting your products, showing the PAP3. I'll get it on camera right now. We got the PAP3, as you can see here. I need to do better camera. I bumped my camera. But showing everybody the PAP3 working with the iFLY 737 MAX8. We also, of course, have the PFP that works with it as well. And as everybody can see, we've been doing this with the aircraft. And not only that, we also have, of course, the wonderful Orion pedals with the damper kit. And I can't wait for your Taurus stuff to come out, WINWING. I know we talked about that before, and but good stuff. And I've got even the small cameras down below so that we can see all of it in action here. It's kind of hard to see, but you know what? You can zoom in if you need to, friends, and see that stuff. But WINWING, hey, it's great to have you here. Thanks for dropping in and saying hello. Doing amazing. Awesome. Awesome. Oh, thanks for coming in and saying hello. I know there's a care package you're sending me, but with all the dang tariff stuff and all that stuff that's going on, kind of holding that up, but that's okay. Sounds like there's some progress being made, and I want to show and highlight how easy it is to switch out the auto throttle, the magnetic switch, and so I will do a video on that, and anything else that we want to cover in the channel. Of course, again, our partners for WINWING, as you can see, got their logo right. The camera's backwards, so I kind of like, what am I doing? What am I pointing at? Oh, right over there. So, again, great to have you here, WINWING. Thanks for dropping in and saying hello. We can't wait to get our hands on the Taurus flight yoke. It doesn't say Boeing, because probably a license thing, but it is a Boeing yoke with feedback. What is it going to be, WINWING? I know you can't say yet because you probably haven't had that price point, but I'll just say $1 million. No, it won't be $1 million. It probably will be, it'd probably be at a price point that's still reasonable, as well as much as you guys have been doing with this stuff. We don't get how you can sell the PFP and the PAP3 and stuff so darn affordable, but we love it. So again, great to see you, WINWING. Pilot Rick is giving a hello to WINWING. Silver mother fuddin' killers giving, and I said fuddin', by the way. Gave a shout out to WINWING. Says, haha, you guys are going to have to keep guessing. Exactly. I can't wait. Oh, we had a question, and I said, I don't know, but I think it's in the works. Is somebody asked me earlier on this stream, and if you don't know or you can't say, it's fine. I get it. So the EFIS, the left and right EFIS for the PAP3. Any update on that, WINWING, that you can give us or say? And if you can't, that's okay, because maybe it's not known yet, or maybe you're not able to let us know yet, and that's totally fine. But I heard it's soon or is in the works. Just I feel like I'm missing a left and right module for because I've got it for the MOGBO. I've got your guys' EFIS left and right, as you know, for the MOGBO, and I feel so complete. It completes me, WINWING. Anybody know that movie? We always have to do the movie quotes here, movie lines, because I'm a movie buff. At least I'd like to think I am. Although I think everybody that's here are movie buffs too, because I can never throw anyone off. I'll do some remote quote in line, and somebody will get it. EFS probably in a few months. I would say before the end of the summer. Thank you for that, WinWing. Let's give a shout out to WinWing. That's good to know. There we go. I don't know who asked that. Bob something. Bob was in here. I think it was Bob something. Bob Smith. There you go, friends. Good. Thank you for that, WinWing. Appreciate it. Oh yes, can't wait. Can't wait for that. And I would guess it's probably going to be a similar price point to the EFS left and right for the MCDU unit, I'm guessing. Knowing you guys and your reasonable price points and stuff. How the hell you do it, I don't know how you do it, but you do it. And it's quite amazing. It's good stuff. What I love is the fact that they're bringing... You know what? It'd be awesome, if at some point, not that you don't have your hands full of like all the great, amazing stuff. Actually, keep focusing on what you're doing because you're doing a good job on it. So focus on it because we love the fact that you have all the stuff that you do. I mean, not even talk about DCS. All your stuff for DCS is like mind-blowing. But I don't know. Do you have any plans on getting into the GA sector, for like yokes and stuff? That'd be cool too, because I mean, I've got the Honeycomb Alpha, and it's okay, but it's not anything to say this is the best thing ever. It's not bad, but I'm just saying. Am I going to get into DCS? Oh, hey, are you talking to our good friend Proctus? Because Proctus is big into DCS. He keeps asking me to get into DCS. I have DCS. I actually have a bunch of aircraft for DCS. That's a great question, WinWing. I've got a ton of DCS stuff. I used to fly and do DCS. I've been so busy with Microsoft Flight Simulator. I got an X-Plane and stuff, so I got away from DCS. But yeah, I do DCS, but it's been a while. Hangar Studio 713, it says GA, yes. Hey, Hangar, how's it going? One of our good developers and friends, Hangar Studios, has done some liveries for us for the for our virtual airline. I might have to ask you to do a little bit of, maybe put the WinWing logo on the Symphonetic livery if WinWing will let me do that. Hangar Studios, thanks for joining us. It's good to see you, my friend. I do need to get back into DCS more. You know what it is, WinWing? It is the fact that it's just like the aircraft are so amazing. I mean, I know they have the aircraft that are a little easier to fly, but like I'd have to go back and like remember how to do the weapon systems and all the startup. It's just a lot. I just don't have a lot of time. I'm doing 2 senior manager jobs, and well, it's actually 1 now. I got a senior manager that filled the other one that I've been doing, and so now it's helped, but there's a lot of stuff going on with work and family. Our daughter just is graduating from high school, so it's just like, I want to get into DCS. I know many of you would like to do more DCS stuff, but I don't know. It's time. WinWing, it's time, right? Everybody in here knows this. It's about time, right? Try our combat cockpit at the FS Expo next month. I will do that, and I'll say hello. I'm hoping I can see Max there and Tony again and some of the rest of you that are there. Great crew. WinWing, did I mention like when we had the Q8 pilot booth right next to your booth during the expo at Vegas? And you guys are all great because you're just like so nice and engaging. You can say that you really love what you're doing. That's the thing that I find confidence in. Truly people like Tony and others that are actually real pilots, and the fact that it just struck up conversation with many of you and just engaging and just all this stuff you had set up. Are you going to have I do have access to the floor plan. I should take a look at that again. Do you have as big a booth this year as you did last year? I imagine you do, but you guys had a huge booth. I mean, you guys are like the center of attention, and it was just awesome that so Bats was there at Flight Sim Expo 2024. We had Proctus there. We had Pilot Rick, and Delt's going to be disappointed he missed you. Delt Gam, and of course Silver Killer, and several others that were there helping us get set up. Johnny Mon was there, and it was great to be able to engage with you guys and chat, and wonderful. Thanks, Symphonetic. You are a true WinWing friend. Hey, man. No, you guys are You are true friends of SimFanatic and the SimFan family and all simmers. Let me tell you, you guys are amazing. You're the real deal. You're the real deal. No, Practice wasn't there. That's right. Practice is going to be there this time. He couldn't make it there in 2024. That's right. But, yeah, Bats, you were there. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. I had when Tony came over and I was doing a live stream during the, I talked about this before, but I was doing a live stream because myself and the SimFanatic crew, which was Pilot Rick, Captain Howdy, Silver Killer, Delt Gam 88, Johnny Mon helped out, and man, there were so many. I'm missing people, but you know, we were. Our good friend Sam, Q8 pilot, couldn't make it, so we managed the booth, and so you know I was live streaming, and Tony came over and I was interviewing him. What sucked was I had this I almost said a naughty word. I had this I'll just say it. I had a mic, and so I'm like, I'm doing this with Tony. I'd ask him a question, then I'd hand it over, and I'd be like, and I'd point my microphone at him, and it missed like half the stuff, and so I wasn't mic'd up to do him justice, but he was a good sport. Definitely appreciated him coming over, and Silver Killer actually mentioned it, and so I gotta give credit to Silver Killer because he mentioned it. Tony's like, hey, SimFanatic's live streaming, go over there, and he came over and we chatted. I just wish I had better audio quality with the microphone than I had. They had this crappy Thrustmaster. The Thrustmaster headset wasn't bad, but the microphone was, let's just put it this way, didn't make the cut for what I needed for that interview. So anyway, maybe I can catch Tony this time. Do him justice. I don't know. WINWING says, I think our booth will be a little bigger this year. Lots of stuff to show off. That's awesome. Can't wait to see the new stuff, too. Cannot wait. We all can't wait. I'll definitely be interviewing you guys while I'm there. See, this time I'm not going to have to worry about, with my SimFan family crew, of managing a booth where I can actually engage all of you and the other Sim fans that are there and just vendors that are just around, and I'm looking forward to it this time. Frank Rose says, hello, buddy, from Pearson Airport, working away tonight. And again, Frank Rose works for Air Canada. How's it going, Frank? What are you loading up? Are you loading up a 737 MAX8 that we're checking out for the first time tonight on the live stream? Captain Howdy finally got me to buy it. Thanks to all of you and your generosity. I don't have Mrs. SimFanatic yelling at me. You spent how much money again on this stuff? Frank Rose, good to see you, man. Cheers, brother. Welcome. All right, let's see how we are doing on Frank, we have WINWING in here. It's good to see them. I've been highlighting the WINWING stuff with the showing it off with the iFLY 737 MAX. Yes, as we speak, we are. No kidding. You're actually loading a 737 MAX8 right now. That's awesome. Well, it was just meant to be. It was fate, Frank. We are only 263 nautical miles away. That's 10:45. We look at our little sundial here. It's about, 34 minutes away. I'm going to set my watch so I don't... Garmin watch, by the way. I'm going to set this for 30 minutes just to make sure I don't miss top of descent. Actually, we're going to go ahead and set that right now. I think the intercept was... Anybody know the intercept? I think it's like 2,300 feet, if I remember. Okay, first is the 2,500 feet, so we're going to intercept. So I'm going to go ahead and set that. So we're going to set that on the WINWING PAP3. So again, this is fully compatible with the iFLY. So let me go on FCU here. I've got a kind of a funky glare going on, but let me do this so you can all see it. So put that right there so you can see the altitude as I fudge around with this thing. So can I zoom in here and get, yeah, you can kind of see that better now, right? There we go. So we're going to go ahead and set this to 2,500. Again, this has a nice, beautiful tactile feel. Wonderful construction. Nobody and anybody can back me up that has the WINWING stuff. I'm not saying this because WinWing's here. I'm saying it because it's true. The quality of the products are amazing. I mean, you get this thing and you feel like you just spent $500 for it. It's nuts. Well, we got our altitude set, so this will automatically descend when we get to the point of top of descent. We've got okay. I'm going to try to pronounce your name, and I'm going to butcher it, but I'm going to give it one hell of a try. Henrietta says hello, and Henrietta says today is my birthday. Well, happy birthday to you. I know I don't have a singing voice. My daughter tells me that she's got perfect pitch for real, and she tells me that all the time. But let's give a happy birthday to Henrietta. It's good to see you. Thank you for joining the live stream. And Evil Asar was gifted. We've got Marion Harris, a.k.a. a Chip a Sneeze. Marion, thank you so much. My flight sim deck just froze. Okay, well, that's cool. It just my flights. It's the first my stream deck just froze. It's the first time I've ever had it freeze on me. There it goes. That was weird. Marion Harris, thank you so much for the gifted membership. A shout out to you, my friend, and Evil Asar. If you are in the live stream right now, give Marion some love. And everyone, let's give some orange whips in chat and some blue skies to our good friend, Marion Harris. Thank you, Marion. So kind of you, sir. So generous. My friend, my pal. I tried to do it just now on Us Flight Simmer stream. Let's get to ours. Like, why am I not seeing my emojis? Oh, I'm on Us Flight Simmer stream. Still had that window up. There you go. Thank you. Our good friend, Marion Harris, a.k.a. a Chip a Sneeze. Hey. Thank you, Marion. You're too kind, my friend. Did bitching bet? Oh, you didn't put anything in chat on it. Okay. I don't think you can when you do gifted memberships. You can't actually type something in for the bot to read out, can you? A quarter of a century old now, Henrietta says. That's 25. You are so young. Welcome to the... Welcome to the young at heart. Actually, we have plenty of young people here, Henrietta. We have, I don't know, is Maple even still here? Maple even a thing? Does somebody need to check up Maple? Maybe throw him in the Couch Victims channel in Discord? What happened to Maple Leaf? Does somebody need to throw him in the Couch Victims? I think so. Stevie is in the house, Steve! Blue Sky, Steve, it's good to see you. Welcome to the live stream. He actually beat Bunny out right now in top hours. It's the first time that anyone's beaten out Bunny on top hours. Look at that. He is only a third of an hour ahead of Buckle Bunny. Wow. Well, congratulations to you. And like Silver Killer, look at you. You're at 140, man. You're not that far behind. Then you got Bats and Captain Howdy. And then Maite and CP65 and TJ Turner in the top 8 of the leaderboard there. Nice. Frank Rose says, I'm 52 years old and I'm young. Absolutely, Frank. You tell him, buddy. Absolutely. Dude, you are still young. I hear they're pretty close to an age-reversing pill. Actually, honest to God, I heard that for dogs, they have a pill or something that they are close to that can like either stop the aging or slow down the aging. I heard that. I don't know if it's true. Oh, Maple's in Us Flight Simmer stream. Oh, I see. I see how it is. No, that's fine. He's actually a moderator for Us Flight Simmer stream, so he probably feels compelled to do it. Can't blame him. I don't blame him. I don't judge him for it. He jumped ship. He must have, Steve. He jumped ship. He hasn't talked in a while. Yeah, you know what? If Bunny comes in, she's going to take that right back from him, too. Frank Rose says, do you have any idea when the 757 will come out? I do not. I do not. I'm hoping soon. What I really hope for, Frank, is that I I wish it's somebody like iFLY or PMDG. I'm like, why doesn't PMDG do a 757? You know, what is it? It's Bluebird. Is that right? Bluebird is doing a is doing the 757, but we're still waiting for that to come out. But they've admitted, unless it's changed, that they're not anticipating or doing anything in terms of it being a deep level, study level aircraft like this one or the PMDG. You know, so what that probably means is the bad news is it's not going to be study level. The good news is it might be simplified for those that don't want to study level, and it probably will also come at a lower price point than the $70, $60 plus aircraft that are study level that are from like iFLY. This, by the way, I didn't mention this. This is $70 US. So it is pricey. It's not. I can't believe I didn't mention the cost of this, but any of you could have Googled it and found it out if you really wanted to know, I guess. But it's not a cheap airplane. It is $70. But if you can afford it, and you know, I think in terms of like comparing it to the PMDG stuff, I definitely think it's a reasonable price. And I really wish my frame generation was working right now. You know, you get spoiled with 2024. And this is coming, speaking of 2024, this is coming out for 2024. It is coming. I don't know when. It is coming, though. They have stated that it will be out for 2024. I have, TJ. I tried enabling again. It still does that weird jittery thing. And, like, well, the weird thing is, TJ, and I don't know if it's because when I was on Windows 10, it was a Windows 10 versus 11 thing. But on my previous computer build that I had the 3000... Well, no, I had this card. It's got... Now I just thought of that. It's got to be Windows 10 versus Windows 11, because when I was on my previous build and I was on Windows 10, I could just switch the frame gen off and on. You saw me do that, and it would fix it. In Windows 11, I can't do that now. It doesn't fix it. And even getting out of the flight into the, what do you call it, the dashboard or the menu, you know, the world view, and then back in to load the flight without restarting the entire Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, that didn't even work. I tried that earlier. That didn't even work. Yes, I do. I do have hardware acceleration on, because you have to have that on to be able to use, if I'm thinking of the same thing you're asking, you have to have that enabled for the DirectX 12. So yes, I do have hardware acceleration on. So my 3000, it was, and that was the other thing. With my 3000, I could disable and turn it on, and it would work. So I don't know. It's really frustrating, though. Because I had an easy fix, and now I can't do the easy fix. See, now you got me talking about I want to try one other thing I just thought of. If we go to... I can't do that because I got to restart. I changed this. But yeah, if I turn this on, watch. See, it's doing that jittery bullshit. Oh, that drives me nuts. But if I go back here, yeah, there's not really anything else I can think to do. I mean, I could try doing the low latency stuff, but I even tried changing it to TAA, or, yeah, TAA, and that didn't fix it. Yeah. Anyway. So we'll just deal with it. Get back to 2024. Hangar Studios, oh wait, CP65 says the NVIDIA drivers have been junk lately. They have been junk. In fact, I've been reluctant to do any new drivers because of them being junk. Yep, exactly. How many of you saw the Jay's 2 cents thing on the driver when it was released prematurely and they didn't do enough regression testing? And it was actually causing those that had different fan speeds, custom fan speeds, and it wouldn't update, or it wouldn't, what was it? it wouldn't reflect the temperatures or something like that. The temperature would be stuck, so the fan speed's never adjusted. But I think they had a hot fix that went out, and they fixed it. But now, did they get one updated today? Okay. Ooh, look at this. We're turning. Turn and burn, Mav. Look at this. Yeah, obviously, NVIDIA needs to improve their drivers. Hangar Studio says a couple of drivers ago it actually affected ray tracing in Adobe Substance Painter. No kidding. What is their deal? I mean, you got to believe, though, there's so many applications, you know. Can you imagine? Like, could you imagine what the regression testing table looks like? Like, how many different pieces of software, games, software, versions of the operating system, versions of the card and different hardware. It's got to be insane to try to get through all that regression testing. But as much money as they get, hell yes, they should do it. You think they'd have enough employees that they could pay to actually do enough regression testing on this stuff before a driver's released to the public, because they make monumental dollars, right? All the money they make, they shouldn't have any excuse to not test all that stuff. I'm just saying it's got to be a lot. I'm definitely not excusing them. Not by a damn sight. Hangar Studio says, yeah, I found out the hard way after about 20 different tries to get my textures to work right. Someone told me to check my driver. I was like, what? Yeah. Frank Rose says, okay, got to go till, again, last flight of the night. Then I go home on days off. How many days are you getting off? Take care, Frank. Thanks for stopping by. Did you remember to hit the button? Appreciate it, Frank. Thanks for joining us, my friend. Appreciate it. Have a great time off, too. You deserve it. We all work hard here, right? Except for old golfer. He just plays golf. But he worked hard. He was actually an AMP or a mechanic. He worked on commercial aircraft as a mechanic. Yeah, old golfer 67. How many of you knew that? Probably many of you didn't know that. One of our moderators, he was in here earlier. I don't know if he took off. I think he was flying before, but yeah, he actually worked. I can't remember what airline. Silver Killer, you remember what airline he worked for? I don't know if he's still here, so we go back to map, airport map. We'll get the map loaded up. LIMJ, and so again, we're gonna be. The flop did the airport go? Okay, that's fine. Really? Well, that's weird. Oh, there it goes. So we'll be landing on runway wait, this is the old one. There we go. What's that not working? Oh, there we go. No, that's LPPR. What that bop? Oh, there we go. Oh, whatever. Okay, so we're gonna land on runway 10, so we gotta turn off on taxi. It's the only taxiway we can go is left. Okay, that's fine. Kyle Summer says, Symphonetic, how many track miles to LIMJ for you? Let's check that. We are 149 nautical miles, Kyle, from LIMJ. Oh, actually, that's top of descent. Let's do... LIMJ's 254. No, that's not right. That's altitude. I think we want to go to... We'll go ahead and set this now. We'll do 40 flaps. Hanger Stu says, my father was a heavy maintenance overhaul mechanic for U.S. Airways. Nice. Oh, there's old golfer. Only 40 years as crew chief. That's right. Can you say what airline, or was it probably 40 years? It was multiple airlines, right? Or did you just do the one? I can't remember. Or can you say old golfer? Who's engaged drag? Oh, they're in the TBM. They're not going to be with us. TJ Turner up there. Chipper sneeze. Contacts all of a sudden feel like they're drying out. 10:06. And so if we look at our progress, again, this is a little bit longer flight. 10:45, 135 nautical miles out. We've got roughly, we still have 18 minutes till our top of this. Wait, can that be right? Yeah, it is. We're at right now. We're at 10:28 and 10:45. So we got like 17 minutes until our top of descent. So we got a ways yet to top of descent. So I'm gonna do another bio break, friends. Don't go anywhere. Appreciate y'all being here. WINWING was in the house, friends. I don't think they're here now, but we don't know. They might be lurking. So one of you asked, when is EFIS going to be out? And then WINWING hopped in, so I asked that question, and they said in a few months. It should be soon. And I think if you scroll up, what was it, by summertime, I think is what they said, is what WINWING said. So if you're looking for the EFIS left and right for the PAP3, again, that we're highlighting all the different WINWING modules that are compatible with this iFLY 737 MAX8. The EFIS that will go on the left and the right here should be coming this summer, hopefully. But those of you that are lucky enough and fortunate enough that are going to be joining us at Flight Sim Expo in Providence, Rhode Island, again, that is going to be in 6 weeks, 1 day. June 26th. Actually, that's when I'm flying in. June 27th. It's 2 days, I guess. It starts on a Friday. I'm flying in on a Thursday. So for me, it's 6 weeks and 1 day. They definitely were going to have a big spread. So WINWING had said tonight they're going to have a little bit bigger booth than they even had for those of you that saw their stuff in Las Vegas. And they've got some new products that we can check out when we're there. And Providence, baby, is right. Johnny Mon, you got that right, my friend. All right, let's take a quick break. I'll be right back. Gots to grab me an Orange Whip and grab a bio break here. Don't go anywhere, friends. We're going to check out this landing. It's going to be Muno bueno, right? Yeah, okay. All right, be right back, friends. All right, friends. Sorry for taking that long. My wife got home. My son is home, and he was working on a project. And so he was working on a project for school as a science project, and he had me look at it. He needs it to get to 160 degrees. So he took a Little Caesars pizza box. It's actually a pretty cool design, and put tinfoil and did this reflective for the sun to capture, and put a hole in the top of the box, and has black construction paper inside with cellophane so the sun rays can go through. So he's like, Dad, do you think it'll work? Do you think it'll work? And I'm like, actually, Tyler, if it's actually in the 80s, upper 80s, he's got to get it to 160 degrees. I'm like, it just might, bud. So he was showing me that. So I apologize. I was taking a little bit longer, but I know you all can appreciate the fact of, especially those of you that are parents, and you gotta take your time with your kids, right? So, friends, appreciate you all sticking around. See that we lost several, about 9 people or so, but maybe they'll come back, maybe not. It is getting late. I get it. It's a Wednesday night. Look at this, but we're flying over the mountains here, and we haven't quite hit top of descent. Let's take a look at top of descent here and see how far we're only 18 nautical miles from top of descent here, friends. So we'll be dropping here, but look at those snow caps over the mountains as we make our way over to LIMJ. Now, how do you pronounce this airport? It's LIMJ, but it is, let me see here. What is it? I forget the name of it. Oh, yeah, it's Genoa Cristoforo. Yeah, that's not right. Genoa Cristoforo Colombo Airport. Top of descent, Marion Harris. Nice. Nice alternate excuse, Symphonic. I'm still going with the orange web formation or fermentation. There you go, man. Hey, no, this time I'm serious. I was paying attention to my boy. 32 likes. Hey, thank you, friends, for the 32 likes. Thank you, Captain Red Sky, for mentioning that. I want to get a screenshot of this, of us flying over this these mountains here. So we got to get over. There's Fluid Mercury. There he is. That's cool videos from a cool guy, by the way. And we got Silver Killer up there. I can't tell because everybody's over top of one another. We got Chipper Sneeze coming in. Chipper Sneeze. We got Tashi Draco, I think. No, that's TJ Turner up there. Pilot Rick's over there looking to do the approach along Silver Killer. Silver Killer, I assume you're going to do... This is going to be a landing challenge, friends. Don't miss out on the landing challenge. So for the commercial, it differs a little bit from our GA flights. So you got the 1,000-footers. You don't want to hit before the 1,000-footers. Those are those rectangular, long, white rectangular blocks on the runway, solid blocks. You want to land on those. Those are the 1,000-footers, and you can land on them or after them. You can't land before them, or you will be disqualified. And you can't bounce, and you can't crash. But I think that's only common sense, right? That's only common sense. But we're making our way, and we're going to be descending here momentarily as we approach rapidly our top of descent. We're only 2 miles away from it, and here we go. Let's listen to the sounds. We want to listen to the sounds as the engines spool down, and they're going to spool down here momentarily when we start descending. Watch this right here, and watch the vertical speed. So we're doing a little turn here. There's top of descent right there, and here we go. Starting, and these are going to spool down. And they are. As we are now descending to get to our approach for LIMJ. Marion Harris says, live time. We're live. It's crazy. And this aircraft, by the way, the highlight of the stream tonight was flushing toilets in the plane. No, actually, the highlight tonight was clearly WINWING joining us. WINWING joining us was the highlight of the stream, I think. And, well, let's just be honest. The highlight was all of you joining. Then it was WINWING. But it was actually cool that when we came over and Oz Flight Summer is live streaming. I don't know. Is he still live streaming, friends? Is he still going? What is our good friend Shane doing right now? That son of a bugger. He's going. He's live streaming right now. Of course, over there, I don't know. What time is it in Aussie land right now? It's daytime there. So he doesn't have to worry about it being as late as it is right now, like it is here. So we go in our turn here. Look at those. Oh, man, look at those mountains. See ya, Max. See ya, T. My son just picked up the dog. My dog growls. He just is like a grumpy old man. He gets a haircut tomorrow. Aviation Spotter! Welcome to the live stream, mate. That's my Aus accent. I'm almost becoming an Australian with all of you that are Aussies in here. Aviation Spotter says, I told you that toilet works better than the VNAV. That's amazing. Welcome to the live stream, Aviation Spotter. Good to see you. You missed WINWING, my friend. WINWING was in here. They said that the PAP3, we're highlighting the WINWING stuff with and showing it off that it does work indeed with this plane. There was only one small bug that I found with the PFP, but they were in here and they said, somebody asked about the EFS, and they said the EFS for the PAP3 will be coming out, I think, this summer. So good to see you. And Kyle Summer says, flying the RJ for you tonight, Aviation Spotter. There you go. Aviation Spotter says, I just landed. I'm lucky I caught you live. Awesome. Well, we appreciate you being here, man. Thanks for joining us, Mr. Going to be, well, you're already a professional pilot in a sense because you're a CFI, right? We're working on that dream of yours, and we know you're going to make it. We know you're going to do it, buddy. You're going to be flying the big birds, right? Yeah, someday you're going to be up there doing commercial flying, and we are excited for you, my friend. I certainly am. Where is ACES? Captain Howdy asked. Well, that's a great question, Captain Howdy. I don't know where ACES is. I don't know. You know, he doesn't have the camping excuse, does he, Captain Howdy? That's a good point. Where the hell is ACES? You know what? I should, where's my phone? I need to text him. Let me text him. I'm going to text him right now. Captain Howdy and the rest of you. Let's text him right now and see where the hell he's at. The nerve of him to not show up during a live stream. He lives in Providence, by the way, friends. He's going to be there. Where are you, Aces? The crew and I want to know. You know, he bought that new computer. He bought a new computer. Or he built a new computer, and he said he has it all tweaked out and it's running well, but then it sounded like he was going to be joining us, and then there's just like crickets chirping. Speaking of crew, I just sent a text message. You know, I didn't jump in and say hi to everybody in chat. Hold on a second. I got to make sure. Okay, we're doing 5x5. We're doing a good glide slope here. Okay, let me jump in. It's only going to be briefly. I want to jump in because I said I would earlier. I'm going to jump into our Discord voice. If any of you want to jump into Discord, come and enjoy. Oh, gosh, there's a bunch of people in there. All right. Shh. We can fool them. We can sneak in on them. No, we can't. They know I'm going to jump in right now, and they're going to do the little crickets chirping soundboard. Like they've never done that before. Okay, let's see. Maybe they're not listening. Let's see. Let's jump in there. Let's sneak in on them. Hold on. I just asked for that, didn't I? I totally asked for that.
Got him.
What's up?
What's up?
How's it going, friends?
Awesome.
Silver Killer, how's it going, buddy?
We're great, man. Watching the landings already.
Oh, appreciate it. Are you? So you're gonna grade everybody, right? So I don't have to pay attention. Yeah. Awesome.
No, you're good. You're good. I got Bedrock.
Oh, it's awesome. Oh, it's good to see you, Silver. Glad you could join us. I know you're busy with work like so many of us, so good to see you. How's it going, Bats?
Good, sir. Good.
Good, man. And how about you, Captain Howdy? We're finally flying it, man.
I'm happy and excited.
It's a long time waiting. And I shouldn't even do this because I see Kyle's in here, and Kyle's probably going to give me the 5th degree because he's been asking about the, of course, as you know, the Mad Dog for the longest time, and here I'm flying the plane. But see, here's the thing. Captain Howdy, I've got an excuse. You bought Call of Duty to play that with me, and you made a deal. I think that's maybe what you needed to do, Kyle. Just play Call of Duty with me. How's it going, Kyle?
It's good. It's good.
Good to see you, man. Thanks for joining.
Have to make a deal.
That's right.
Oh,
Tashi Draco. Tashi, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right.
Good to see you. And what time is it in your neck of the woods?
Oh, probably going about past 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, wow.
Tomorrow.
That's right.
He's
for
in
me.
the future.
He's in the future. He's in the future. And hey, Aviation Spotter, he is muted right now, but it was great to see him drop in here. I don't know if he's listening, but let's see if he unmutes his microphone. I'll give him a sec. Yep, there he is.
Yeah, hey guys, I'm sitting right at the airport. I saw you guys hopping in the voice. Had to hop in too. How you doing, Tim?
Good, Aviation Spotter. I appreciate you joining us tonight. And how's it going on the whole CFI and the flights there?
It's great. It's great, man. I am really enjoying it. As just as an instructor and flying again. I really love flying. I'm just so glad I'm doing it again.
Dude, that's awesome. Well, we're excited for you, and we know you're going to be. We know we're going to be talking to you sometime in a future live stream where you're not like, yeah, I flew the 777 just last night, or the A380, you know. So
and how to land it.
Know how to land it. I know I can show Aces how to press the auto land button in the A380. No, it's great to see you, Aviation Spotter, and great to see you. And how about you, Delt? What's up? Is Delt in here? Is Delt or is he sleeping? There he is. Delt, I hear your freaking trim wheel going, I think. Delt, how's it going, man? And then, how's it going, Chipper Sneeze? Chipper Sneeze, how's it going, buddy?
It's all good. I'm just trying to land this Airbus at night. I got a lot of time on it.
Doing the night flight.
There's a pro over there.
I guess, yeah. That's a pretty impressive Chipper. And Captain Red Sky, how's it going, Captain Red Sky?
Oh, I'm doing just fine. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you fine. I hear you 5x5, buddy.
Oh,
yeah.
Fantastic. Hey, I'm enjoying the show. You're doing a great job, you know?
Well, we appreciate you being here and keeping on top of the likes and all that stuff. So appreciate you being here in voice. And Bedrock, how are you doing?
He just landed.
He did good. He just landed. Wow. Nothing like me catching him at a landing.
Yeah, it was all right in my ear.
Oh, see, I mean to do that to Shane. I mean to throw Shane off, but I wasn't trying to. Didn't know that. How did you do, guys, on his landing?
I landed short.
Landed short. Oh, it happens.
Rough.
It happens.
Where he landed.
Just planned it down a little bit.
Well, you landed.
Landing is a landing.
Did you land on the right runway?
There's number one.
Well, the other one will be water. So.
The other one would be water, exactly. Oh, guys, landing. Exactly. And I see Johnny Mon's in chat. Hey, Karios is in there in chat, and appreciate you guys. But no, I just wanted to drop in while I'm on my descent here. It looks like I got to slow it down. I got to put the speed brake on, so I'll go ahead and deploy the spoilers there and slow it down a little bit. But, well, guys, I just wanted to drop in, say hello to you guys really quick. It's so good to see all of you in here. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Right, man.
Have a safe landing.
Oh, I missed a few of them. I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I missed a few. Pilot Rick, what's up?
What's up?
I'm sorry. I didn't scroll down. I thought I had everybody there. So, Pilot Rick, how you doing?
Doing good, man. How are you?
Doing great, brother. It's good to see you, man.
Yeah, I'm enjoying the flight, man. Enjoying the flight.
It's a fun time, man. And are you in a hotel room right now with all your mobile gear, or are you actually at home?
No, I'm actually at a hotel. I'm flying, man.
That is
Would you do me a favor and send a picture of your hotel setup in Discord so we could all just enjoy the fact that you are a true sim pilot on the go? That is just awesome.
Yeah, I have one in the off topic right now.
Oh, you have it in there now? Okay, perfect. I'll check that out.
Topics, yeah.
Okay, I'll check that out, Pilot Rick. This guy, friends in chat, this guy's amazing. He takes all of his gear on the road, and I freaking love it. It's amazing. But Pilot Rick, great to see you. Thank you for joining, and can't wait to see you and your fiance in Providence.
Yes, definitely. I can't wait to be there.
Oh, man, you're good. All these guys, for friends in chat, I've met so many of these guys in person. And that's one of the great experiences of Flight Sim Expo. Get a chance to see all these guys and all of you. And hopefully I can see a lot of you that are out there either in voice here or in chat. And I'm very much looking forward to seeing all you guys there. And I got Fluid Mercury. How are you doing, Fluid Mercury? I missed you too.
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing? We got air show week coming up. We're gonna get like the U.S. Air Force Thunderbirds and a couple F-35s out here in about a week. So
oh wow,
about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what I love. All of us are so into aviation, both in real life and within the simulation, and that's awesome. Thanks for joining Fluid Mercury. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, man. And how about you, Gavinci?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe the toilet seat flash.
The highlight of the night, for sure. No, that was awesome. I thought Captain Howdy was literally shitting me, but no, he wasn't. That actually does. They do have a crapper in the plane, and that was a lot of fun. Finally, somebody actually rendered it. Leave it to iFLY, but that was fun to do. And but yeah, again, guys, appreciate you all being here. Blue skies. I'll see you on deck.
Blue skies.
Symphonetic, Curios has a question about your thoughts on the aircraft.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was about to actually the same thing.
Yeah, so I dropped some of those in. Oh, I got to take my spoiler out. I like it. I like it a lot. I would actually. I know Captain Howdy, you voiced your opinion on the PMDG. That you would pick this over that. I like them both for different reasons. I haven't gotten enough time in both of them, but what I can say is I definitely recommend this plane. It's well done. The sounds are incredible. I really like the fact that it integrates with the WINWING for those of you, and it's not everybody certainly, but if you're looking to get the WINWING PAP3 or the PFP, as you saw tonight, it integrates with that just fine. I think $70 is it's a steep price, but it's worth it. I think it's worth it. I don't think they neglected anything that I've seen so far. I do like the fact that it's got a great flight model. I love the performance. I have to say that the performance of this is better than the PMDG 737. You wouldn't maybe notice it right now because I had a bunch of I messed up earlier when I was doing the drone view, and I got this stuttering thing, and my frame generation is disabled right now. But I can say that it runs very smoothly. In fact, when I was doing a test flight last night, and I was coming in for a landing, it almost felt like, I don't want to say it feels more realistic with the flight model because I haven't had enough time to put into it, but it felt really good on landing. Landing the plane, it was really responsive. I didn't have any like, you get kind of some of that mushiness that you have sometimes with some of the aircraft when you're coming in for a landing and that. It was really responsive. So, no, I really, really like it, Curios. I definitely would. If you can afford $70, that's steep. I get it. But if you can afford it and you want to have a good experience with the MAX8. In fact, PMDG has delayed their MAX8 release, and I think I know why. But in any case, nothing against PMDG. I really like PMDG. You all know, you followed my channel for a while. You know I love PMDG aircraft. The sounds, the performance, the flight model, the tablet. The tablet's awesome. The tablet's far better than some others that are out there. Let me just put it that way. We went through some of this. I like the pushback integration. One thing I don't like as well as the PMDG is the loading the information if you just want to get stuff done really quick. I do like the SimBrief PMDG integration with loading your payload and your fuel. The other thing I do think is nice is that they have the airport map, but I do like the PMDG integrates with the Navigraph airport charts. That looks a little bit better. Also with the other integration charts. Now maybe that will come in. Maybe I'm missing something with this plane. Again, this is only the second time I've flown it. But anyway, I'm on a final approach here, so I better cut out of here so I can focus. Otherwise, I'll crash this thing. But friends, thank you for the questions. Everybody in Discord voice, blue skies.
Blue skies.
Blue skies. Blue skies.
Don't slow down. I'll run over you.
All right. Good night, guys.
We're doing this at nighttime, by the way.
What, you're doing what?
At nighttime.
Oh, you're doing it at nighttime. Awesome. All right. Well, catch you guys on the ground.
All right.
Later.
Later.
Blue sky.
Blue skies. All right, friends, let's see. I got to get set up. So we oh man, I got to get ready here. I am so behind. Let's go ahead and get the flaps down. Well, at least I have an excuse this way, right? We got to go ahead and turn off STV. Let's go silent cockpit. Turn the volume up. Get the cameras on below. Got to get this slowed down a little bit more. Let's go ahead and get the auto brake set. We're going to go ahead and set it to 2. Going to go up here and get our landing lights turned on. We're going to hold on our runway, turn off lights, wing, and wing well. Let's go ahead and... All right, here we go. All right, we're going to take spoilers out. And let's go ahead and arm those. Landing gear down. It'll be about 500 here. Sorry in chat. I know you guys are sending stuff, but I can't watch it right yet. Slow this down a bit more. And here we're going at this angle here, so that's where we see Chipper C's up there and the rest. So we're flying in at an angle here. That's why this is not a true RNAV all the way to the runway, because as you can see here, it stops here. This is going to be if we're going to go a holding pattern or go around. We're going to catch this corner here for runway 10. So we are going to we're going to pass waypoint MJ813, M814 is basically where we're going to disable the autopilot, and actually a little bit before that. Otherwise, our aircraft will start climbing, and I don't want that to happen. Let's go ahead and go full flaps. At this point, we can take out our speed brake. Let's make sure we're arming it. As soon as we cross 813, I think I'll go ahead and disable the autopilot. Let's go ahead and turn off the nameplates for now. Do I still have the... oh, shoot, I have the FCU on still. Sorry. Thank you. I have one of my monitors over here, and I saw that, so thanks, guys. I see it in chat. All right, we're going to go ahead and disable the autopilot. So I'm going to go FCU. We're going to disable command. We can actually hit that down, put that up. I'll turn that off. It's my aircraft. Full flaps. Make sure everything's set. Arm spoilers. As you can see here, speed brake is armed right there. And we can go ahead and zoom in on the range. Home on the range where the deer and the antelope play. Why do I do those things? Like you're all going, oh my God, what's wrong with him? What is wrong with him? Where do we start? Where do we start? All right. Carwin, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. Perfect timing. We go ahead and get track IR on. Uh-oh. Okay. Nice steady descent. This is looking good. So we're just doing that. Look at the, so this is payware scenery as well. And I meant to figure out what I needed to send y'all in terms of like links and stuff, but yeah, I didn't get that done. Keep on descending here as we make our turn. So we got to kind of, you know, stay right by those mountains on the left there And that's why this is angle approach. Fortunately, we have nice, clear blue skies, friends. Blue skies.
500.
500. And we're going to go ahead and turn into this. A little bit of a different approach. It's not all auto magic here. Kyle should like this.
1-0.
All right, 1-0 coming in.
300.
Disabling autopilot. Or auto throttle, rather.
200.
Throttle is out.
100. 50. 40. 30.
See how I do.
20.
Come on, baby.
10.
Thought I was going to hit those. All right, 234. Reversers on. Keep that nose off as long as we can. Pulling that. There we go. 80 knots. And we go through bats. Or whoever that was. Thank you, Captain Reds. Listen to those brakes. Listen to those brakes. Love it. Listen to that. Okay, we can go ahead and release our auto brake. Flaps up. Welcome to LIMJ. And we are here, friends. Runway ahead. So this is pay. Well, thank you, Captain Red Sky, CP, Johnny. So you can see again. I don't have frame generation turned on, but I need to get this thing stopped. That was the second time I've landed this plane. Second time. All right, let's go ahead and get it stopped here, and we will put on the parking brake. I'm also going to go ahead and start the APU. And go ahead and turn on the runway turn-off lights. Runway, yeah. Wing light can come off. Wheel well can come off. Anti-collision. Or we can go steady instead of strobe. And all right, there we go. We got the APU started here. All right, let's go ahead and check out our friends. Let's see who's all with us here and landing. Ooh, look at that. And we still got some coming in. There's TJ Turner just landing. Nice, TJ. Delt and Silver Killer, who's in the lead right now? Curio says, I managed to load the sim up, so I'll try. Haha, nice. I'm going to go to the other side of these guys, just kind of give it a different perspective from where they're at. So we can kind of see them as well. Look at Silver Killer, Del, Gam, and Bat. So ready to judge. All right, awesome. All right, we got plenty coming in. We got Summer Cow coming in. Fluid Mercury coming in. VXI. Who's VXI? Tayak? That's you, Curios? Okay, got it, buddy. All right, we got big... Look at this. I got to get a screenshot of this because it's just cool to see you all coming in here. Summer Kyle coming in with the CRJ 900. I do have that one, Kyle. Of course, now keep in mind, folks. Oh, he's doing a go-around. He didn't like that approach. He didn't like that approach. You know what? He's just trying to he's trying to keep me away from my dino nuggets, Captain Howdy. That's what he's doing. It's dino. I haven't eaten a thing all day yet. Well, no, I take that back. I had string cheese. Big Steve coming in. Ooh, sporting the Symphonetic livery. I like that, Big Steve. Look at you. Ooh, look at him. Ooh. He did it. He hit the 1,000-footers. He's a little off center. Wow. I think because, at least from what I've seen so far, what do you guys think? Silver Killer? Delt? Fluid Mercury's doing a go-around as well? These guys. Okay, you only get one go-around, guys. You're not keeping me from my Dino Nuggets. All right, here comes Kyrgios. CP gave him a 9 out of 10. Oh, that had to be an auto land. Wait, is he on the Airbus? What is he flying? No, he's flying the B. He's flying the same plane. And he's got the reversers on. You can hear him. That's awesome. TJ Turner coming in. Let's see how he does, friends. Damn, man. Look at you guys. Look at you go. Nicely done. Holy macaroni. All right, we got Fluid Mercury. Captain Howdy's still coming in. I'm going to turn the music down. Summer Kyle doing the go-around. One go-around for Summer Kyle. One go-around for Fluid Mercury. He's in the C-130. Captain Howdy, how far? Oh, no, he's on his approach. He's descending through 4,300 feet. So we got three, right? 3 to land. All right, Fluid Mercury. I was gonna start taxiing in, but Fluid Mercury is making his base to final here, coming around. Maple, he says, beautiful. Maple, look at Maple's back. He didn't actually get thrown into couch victims, Maple. Hey, Kyrgios, I don't even know how to activate Autoland. We got a running joke here, Kyrgios, by the way, because our friend Aces Down uses that. So it's been kind of that ongoing funny joke thing. And so, but that's amazing landing, dude. Here comes Kyle. I don't know what Fluid Mercury's doing. Oh, he's going back out to get a wider approach, which is probably smart thinking. And here comes Kyle for attempt number 2. But Kyle, that's the smart thing to do. He didn't like his approach. And that's the thing you should do, friends. If you don't like your approach, go ahead and do a go-around and give it another shot. It's better to do that than try to force a landing and mess up. And so let's see how he does. He can only qualify right now if he lands it this time, though. You get one go-around. So let's see if he sticks this one. I think he's going to stick it. He's looking pretty good. He kind of got that feel for it. And I don't know, maybe that's what he was doing. He was just like doing an overfly to get a feel for that approach. And I think he's liking this. He likes these landings that aren't just like auto magic, right? It just takes some skill. A little bit mixing it up a little bit for y'all tonight. Not making it just a simple ILS approach. We're doing this angled approach, and so a little bit of fun, a little bit more challenge than just a straight in or an ILS. You got to do a little angled approach here. Hopefully you're enjoying this. I know Kyle is. I guarantee he is. I'm guaranteeing you Aviation Spotter is, and I'm guaranteeing many of you are probably enjoying this. Here he goes. Oh, he stuck it just before. Although I do have the payware scenery. Nice job. Nice landing, Kyle. Definitely the right move to do a go-around. That was beautiful, man. Yeah, FPS was just so low. I know. Now we're in 2020, man. Till we get into 2024, Kyle. That was a good landing, though, Kyle. Really. You went around because were your frame rates better the second time around? Like, was it a texture loading thing or what? Do you have the payware or do you have the freeware? Or just the standard stuff? All right, here comes Fluid Mercury. And the C-130 of all things. Man, we're almost at 11. We haven't done a long stream like this for a while. This is good, though. No, LOL. Sorry, Maple. I'm not going to be doing Call of Duty tonight because it's such a late stream, but maybe this weekend, buddy. Captain Howdy's on approach. All right, here we go. Cool videos from a cool guy, bringing it home. Let's see how he does. Oh, Maple, you know, you ditched us for Oz Flight Simmer, which is perfectly fine. Like I told people here, you're a moderator on that on his channel. But we weren't so sure that Bunny wouldn't have joined in here and like got her leaderboard, but you're still ahead about a half an hour now. Nice landing, cool videos. Uh-oh. Little off to the left, but no worries. That was a great landing. Let's give it up to Fluid Mercury, friends, for doing that landing. And then we have, who's left here? Captain Howdy, of course. And here he goes. Let's see how well he does. He better win this because he's been talking up this plane and he's been flying it so much. We expect nothing but the best. Oh, look at friends. I'm putting all the heat on him right now. Such an a-hole. But he gives me enough grief, so I think it's valid. It's warranted. Oh, good luck to you, Captain Howdy. We believe in you, man. You can nail this one. Take the gold with this, buddy. Hit those 1,000-footers. Let's see how he does, friends. What do y'all think? Anyone want to place your bets, friends? Place your bets. All right. See, now I hear that I'm hearing these sounds. Or is somebody by me? The heck is that? Somebody taking off? Here we go. Captain Howdy's coming in. It's looking good. I do have to get TJ Turner. I do need to get all the liveries loaded for this thing. Because I'm guessing Captain Howdy's probably not flying the Southwest livery. All right, here you go. Ooh, it's looking good. Listen to that sound. Listen, you're going to hear the reversers. That's effing cool right there. The fact that we can hear the reversers. I don't think I've ever... Is this the first plane where you can hear the reversers? I don't think I've ever heard the reversers before. You're in the A310, TJ. I don't think I've ever heard the reversers. That's amazing. Wasn't that amazing, Curios? I agree, man. Hearing the reversers right there, that was cool. I don't think I've heard any of the aircraft actually have the reverser sounds from the outside. Obviously I have the aircraft, and so it's only going to work for those that have the aircraft. Let's go ahead and pull up to Chip a Sneeze. APU's going. We're going to go ahead and switch over to the APU. I'll just pull right straight ahead. A 4-way win? Oh my god. Okay, oh, you have it, Silver Killer. Okay, let me... And, oh, I'm so far off on this. Let's try to pull in here. This is exactly how you'd want to pull up to a gate, by the way. Exactly how you'd want to do it. Trust me. The fudge. Well, it isn't a pretty approach to the gate, but it'll get you where you want to go. There we go. All right, we're going to go ahead and put on the parking brake, and let's go ahead. We've got the, I think we got the APU on. Let's go APU bleed, and at this point we can go ahead and shut down the engines. Actually, I want to go inside. Hold on. Oh, look at, they put this down. Listen to that hum as she goes down. Okay, let me get this in the books before we close out. I want to make sure I get this. The 4-way win. Who got the 4-way win? All right, let me get into the books. Thank you, guys. Hold on. Let me get to landing challenge winner. Listen, I can still hear that rumble in my headphones. That's awesome. I can still hear it. It's like... Okay, so 4-way win. We've got VX Lack. You know what I thought of right there. VX Lack. Who's VX Lack? TJ Turner. Big Steve. And Fluid Mercury. Well, you know what? Nice job. Let's give them all a hand. Everybody in chat, if you're in chat right now, give a hand to the 4 winners. Congratulations, friends, for the 4-way tie. Wow, we had some nice landings tonight. Good job. Congratulations. I'm going to go ahead and close out. We are past Maple's bedtime. You know, he's got school tomorrow, and but anyway, no, friends, thanks so much. I want to say thank you to my regulars, my moderators. I want to say thank you to WinWing for being a partner, and but mostly I want to thank all of you, my friends, Sim Fanatics, Sim Fan family. You are the reason I do this. I've said it once before. I'll say it again, and I'll keep saying it. It's this community that is the best, the greatest, and I love it. I love all of you. You're all wonderful people, and I truly call friends, and I cannot wait to see a lot of you at Flight Sim Expo. So signing off, but it's the Maple Leaf. I will catch you later. Marion Harris, Chipper Sneeze, thank you for being here. Philip Tashi, thank you, sir. Silver Mother Fudge and Killer. I won't even bleep myself out. I'll keep it clean, Silver. Thank you, Bats, CP65. Appreciate you being here. Curios, thank you for being here, along with TJ Turner and Kyle Summers. Of course, Kyle, you've been here forever and a day, along with Aviation Spotter, like Silver Killer. And do appreciate you all being here. Captain Red Sky, CP65, 65. Captain Howdy. Thank you for suggesting this aircraft and for actually doing a deal to get me to buy it and doing Call of Duty. I appreciate it. Steve V, thank you. Johnny Mon, hell of a guy, by the way. And who did I miss? I'm sure I missed plenty of people. But if I missed you, I apologize. But all of you that are in here in chat, thanks again. I'm hoping to be flying. We'll plan on flying Saturday night. We'll be doing a GA flight. I don't know what we're going to be flying, but we'll be flying something fun, and we'll be flying back in 2024. I'll guarantee you that. And until then, friends, stay safe. Have a great rest of your week, and blue skies. We will see you soon. Good night!
ground, shaking underneath, trying to take me alive. Give